Hey guys, guess what? We're over here at the money booth. I don't even know what should we call it. We should call it the cash pit or something amazing. But actually, we've got Sebastian here. How you got to be the lucky guy who's gonna? Do you even know how did you get to be the lucky one to get in the cash booth?
No clue. No clue. Just got an email.
It's good to be the king, I guess. So, are you ready? Here's what we're gonna do. We've got this contraption here. It's gonna blow all this fake money around, and you're gonna grab as much of it as you can. And you have 20 seconds to do it. And there's also a coupon in there that's worth a lot more than the little green thing. So it's orange if you can pluck that out of the air. I would recommend it highly. Are you ready? You feeling adventurous?
I think so. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to lock you in the cash booth. So hop on in there, and we'll give you the countdown here in a second. You ready? Everybody ready for this? Okay, I'm about to hit the button. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. All right, grab and get. You guys, I have tried this. It is much harder than it looks. Look, it's blowing in your face. It's hard to grab. You can't see anything. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over. Awesome. Step on out. That's pretty good. I mean, you did much better than I did. Dave, can you help me with the microphone? We're gonna try and count all this stuff. So let me grab some from you, and you get some. We grabbed a couple. Yeah, let's count it out here. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. I'm gonna drop these on the floor here. That's 10. Well, you got 6, 7, 8, 9. There's another 10. Drop these over here. We know that's 20. God, you got a lot here. Here, wait. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fell on the floor. 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 30 bucks. I told you earlier the record was 30.
Oh.
You've already, that's 30. Toss that on the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that 3?
That's 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 41 bucks
41.
in 20 seconds. That's a pretty good ratio. Now, we're going to exchange the fake cash for the real thing. I can't believe they trusted me with all these ones here. All right, here we go. You going to hold that for me? Let's see, 41 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, now we get to the new ones. Okay. There's 14. Hold that. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20. How much did you give me? 1, 2. You get a nice lunch over at Nathan's for this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 41 bucks. Cool. Not bad for 20 seconds of work.
No, I think that was good.
All right. Well, thanks for playing around in the cash box. You guys, we're going to do it again at like 4 o'clock, I think. So stick around, and you guys stick around online. We've got more money to give away, but even better than that, we've got a lot more coverage coming to the main stage here shortly after this break. So enjoy the scenery, and we'll be right back.
Hello, testing. Awesome. Testing 1, 2, testing. Oh wait. Can you say a couple things, Rob?
Testing.
Yep.
Testing.
That is correct. And I'll do the intro and outro.
Yep.
Get out to run it down my shirt. Testing, testing.
Look at me. Big smiles. Big smiles. Like on Fantasy Island. Updated. All right.
Hey guys. Hello everyone watching live. We're missing our second tablet. Oh yeah, so we can't see the chat, can we? Not right now. Let me know when you're ready. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to NAB Live, NAB Show Live.
NAB Show Live,
I'm
yes.
Alex Lindsay, and this is Leslie Samuel.
Hello, everyone. Glad to have you all joining us here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. And we are here with Rob Rutherford from Hive Lighting. Is that right? Yes, we are. And what are you bringing to the show? What's new?
All right, so we're here. We're the only manufacturing company that makes plasma lighting for film and television production.
Okay.
And
Now define plasma lighting for our viewers.
Yeah, it's a brand new technology, so I get that question
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Essentially, what it is a micro star. We have a tiny little light bulb that we use. I'll just hold this up real quick. This light bulb that we use in all of our lighting
Just set it on the desk
technology
here, right here.
is as bright as a street light.
Okay.
That is?
Yes.
This little thing here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one.
All right.
So it's not like a LED or a fluorescent where you have a big array and
Uh-huh.
multiple sources. It's truly.
But you
just
could have a big array with multiple sources.
Yeah, we build those as well.
Okay.
But it really is a tiny little point source that is filled with gas. We excite the gas, and it changes from gas to the fourth state of matter, plasma. Which
Right.
is
Okay.
actually the most common form of matter in the universe. The sun is made of plasma, lightning, most of the universe. We've harnessed this power and really adapted it to work in film and television production.
Now, is this similar to a plasma screen at all?
It's a different technology than the plasma screen. People
Okay.
are familiar with the word through there. Nobody.
And hopefully it's different than a plasma cutter,
Yes.
which I have a lot of experience with.
It's closer to a plasma cutter than a plasma screen.
Right, okay.
So the first question that comes to my mind is, does it get pretty hot when it's in use?
Not really. It gets
Okay.
about hot cup of coffee hot. So
Okay.
you're not going to burn yourself. Really friendly on talent. We're sitting under some lights right now.
Uh-huh.
Not
Right.
a big deal, but if you have lights close to people, the benefit of this technology, besides low heat, is really energy efficiency.
Right.
You can plug all these into a simple wall socket. You can run them off batteries. You can run
What's
them
a
off a small
typical
generator.
watt usage?
Sure. Typical unit is 275 watts,
Uh-huh.
and that's going to give you the output of about a 2,000 watt tungsten light,
Oh.
or what's called a 575 watt HMI, which is another type of popular light.
And what's the typical usage for it? Am I using it at home? Am I using it in a studio?
So we like to say we sort of start at street light level brightness and go up from there.
Okay.
So it's a studio product. It's also for on location. A lot of classic film and television production, but we do all kinds of things. We do red carpets for the South by Southwest and Sundance film festivals.
Okay.
We light shows like CSI and The Mentalist and True Blood and Parenthood. We're based in LA.
And the color coming off of this, right? Natively.
Natively, it's daylight. It's
Daylight,
5600
okay.
Kelvin daylight. We get a 94 CRI, which is a color index rendering score out of 100. Even more importantly, it's a full spectrum light. So it's actually closer to replicating natural sunlight than any other artificial technology.
Nice. Okay.
And this is the harness it typically comes in?
Yeah, this is the Iron Man heart, as we call it. It's essentially a waveguide. We channel a bunch of energy into the bulb, and as I was saying earlier, it excites the gas inside the bulb, changes it from a gas state to a plasma state, and it emits a huge amount of light. And it's all from that little point source you see there.
Now, can it be packed closer, or is this really what it's required to?
This is really what's required to make it work.
Okay.
In our booth here at NAB, we've got different configurations, different arrays that we can show. People are always asking us, hey, that's great, can I see it even bigger and brighter? And we're happy to deliver. We've got 4 light frames, 6 light frames. Down the road, we also actually are going to have a even bigger and brighter bulbs as well. So,
So it's brand new technology. New this year?
so we've been here at NAB for this is our 3rd year.
Okay.
But what we've done with the technology is essentially made it lighter, brighter, and less expensive this year.
Nice.
So
what,
we really
when you say less expensive,
Yeah, what's the price range?
it's about $3,000 a light,
Okay.
which you hear that, compared to a household light, that sounds like a lot of money, but we're actually a lot less expensive than many professional studio fixtures. So more affordable, longer lasting, bulbs.
And you said it's the equivalent, I just want to make sure.
Just step back, step back.
The equivalent of a 2,000 watt
Yes,
tungsten light.
on
Wow.
275 watts. So
But
it's about a
the heat-
90% energy
low,
savings.
low energy, high efficiency.
Exactly, that's what we
And I
do.
can plug it
awesome.
into a regular Edison,
Yep. Plug
yeah,
it into
plug,
the wall,
plug.
run it off a battery if you want. It's really
Right.
about a lot of high output, but also portable, energy efficient, low heat,
What's the voltage?
great color quality. It'll run on anything, 90 to 305
Oh, nice.
volt AC, so you can plug it in anywhere around the world. Japan,
Pretty
Germany.
versatile.
Yeah, universal.
And it seems like it would be, it's really good obviously for film, but it also seems like as an interview kit,
Yes.
Yeah.
this is the kind of thing that, because this is something that we struggle with all the time. So we do interviews all over the world, and we're constantly, checking all this stuff in. And for us to be able to, it's always like, how small can that little pack get? And it's just, and it's never enough light,
Right.
And so you're always in this, like we can use, LEDs, but, and then I imagine you can put that behind a big softbox.
Exactly. So we work with Chimera, who's also here at the show,
Right.
and some other manufacturers.
And for those of you watching, the softbox is it's a big. What it does is you take this little light and you put it on the far end of a big tent that is all white. It's like a tent.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a tent for the light, but it creates a big soft light, which makes everybody look better. So
I mean, well, when you're working with talent like this,
you need to make it as big as possible.
We need as
yeah,
lot as
exactly.
possible.
Get it close, get it really big. Exactly. So.
so we work with all those soft boxes as described,
Right.
make a big soft light, and that's actually one of the reasons we started the company and developed the technology. My business partner is a cinematographer, and he
Right.
was looking for a high output portable light he could plug into the wall for interviews.
Yeah.
And we realized
But
nobody
where did you
was-
find it?
in Silicon Valley.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. It was,
And what were they using it for? It was probably like they were using it for something
just
completely.
crazy things. I can't even talk about it.
That sounds a little scary, though.
The really cool stuff, though.
We said you don't have to kill them with the light. you could just light them.
we could
you know,
just
you know,
use
you
it
know.
for
TV.
And they said, sure, go do that. The really cool part is the original bulb was invented by Nikola Tesla in 1890.
nice.
It was one of his first experiments. He took a sphere of argon gas and, this is Geek Beat, so I can get
Yeah.
into this.
Right.
Sphere of argon gas and introduced it to a radio frequency signal, and it started glowing. And a brief 125 years later,
We finally came back around. Talk about a man ahead of his time.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
And how long have you guys been doing this then?
So we've been doing, we developed the technology for about 2 years,
Okay.
making it work for studio and broadcast applications. We've been a company for 3 years, so in lighting terms, we're still brand new. But we do a lot of, we're based in LA. We've got 25 international distributors now, so we are expanding worldwide. We've got a lot of lights in New York and other production centers in North America, and it's one of our really key niches that we're really going for is super slow motion cinematography.
Nice.
high
So
speed.
and for people who are, the issue that you get into with super slow motion is
Flickering.
is flickering and,
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
and also just pure amount of light.
You just need
know,
more
so
light.
The issue is that you don't think about 10,000 frames a second until
Yeah.
until you realize you have to light it at 1/10,000th
Right.
of a second, and that becomes this huge problem where you're either at a huge facility with tons and tons and tons of banks of light,
Yeah, their own
or you're
generator
outside.
system. Yeah,
And
exactly.
does
or
this
your
flicker
natural
at
gas.
all?
Completely flicker free, 100%
nice.
flicker free. So
Wow.
everyone's had that experience watching a baseball game, and the batter goes up and they
And
show a
so-
slow
And then it
motion
starts-
replay. Yeah, and it's
Yep,
just doing that.
flickering a little bit.
If we replaced all the stadium lighting with this,
Are you
it would
going for
be
stadium
rock
lighting?
solid.
Is that your next?
That's next year.
There you go.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
exactly.
good.
But we do a lot of super slow motion stuff, like every beer commercial you've
Yeah.
ever seen
Yeah.
with a slow pour, automotive crash testing,
Yep.
all the way to military ballistics and again crazy stuff like that. So anytime you see something slow motion on TV or elsewhere, there's a chance we're lighting it
Right.
or
Awesome.
will be soon.
Fantastic. Rob Rutherford,
Yeah,
great to have
Hive
you here.
Lighting.
Yep.
Where in the booth?
Oh, we are booth C, 5640. That's
Okay.
Central Hall.
Yep.
And
Where can they find you online?
Online, hivelighting.com, www.hivelighting.com. We're based in Los Angeles, but our lights are making it out all over the world, so keep an eye out for them.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Rob.
Thanks for
guys.
being here.
And thank you for watching. We'll be right back with more of NAB Show Live.
Thank you very
All right.
much.
Hey, thanks. I'll come by. It looks really awesome.
You might not want to forget these.
Yeah, exactly. We got to take one of these a day.
In slow motion.
Yeah. Do we have our next? They're late. Sorry.
Who's the next one?
Let's see. Okay. And are we going to get the other tablet?
So that we can see what's going on in the chat box. Or?
Yes, I can get that for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, I worked so hard to get us right back on time, and then it's like, I was
Are we
like-
still live?
I think so.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, no. So we started 2 minutes. This is the issues that you go through.
That's
we
what
started
happens.
2 minutes late, and I was like, I'm just going to tag that up if we have enough time to get us back on, and then they're late. So now we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs.
Twiddling the thumbs.
Hello. So nice to see you. I'd like to say hi to everyone in the South Hall, because I walked by the big screen, and so I was waving to you. I can't see you. You're waving back, I assume. You're waving
Did you
back.
get a chance to walk around?
Yeah,
the
so I
exhibit
saw
hall?
this really cool stuff.
What did you see?
All right, so
I didn't get to explore as much, so you tell me.
okay, yeah. So I've been wandering around. So some of the stuff I saw. So up at Fraunhofer, they shoot 360 degrees live
Nice.
video. What they do is they have these mirrors that pop up,
Uh-huh.
and then all the cameras just point straight up into the mirrors.
Uh-huh.
And then they stitch it all back together. And it's about
Interesting.
90 to 100 degrees vertical,
Uh-huh.
but 360 degrees around, totally seamless.
And it's
So-
streaming live?
They weren't streaming it. They were
Oh,
just
okay.
showing it on a monitor, but
Got
it
it.
could. I mean,
It
once
could
you have
stream
that
live.
image, you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
do it. And then, so I thought that was pretty cool. Blackmagic, of course, has a bunch of new cameras.
Yeah.
So, they have these little tiny little mini cameras that are like this big. They're like GoPros,
Uh-huh.
but with SDI outputs.
Nice,
So
nice.
and so those look very promising to play with. They have a 4K version and a
4K, how big is the 4K one?
it's still like this
Tiny?
big. It's
Oh,
like this tiny
wow.
little- it's like in Japan it'd be like kawaii. So anyway, so that was a pretty slick little. And what we ought to do for some of these times when people are late, I'll try to bring stuff
Yeah,
over.
just bring stuff that we can
and
kinda
just
show to everyone
between,
that's
yeah,
watching
show everyone
live.
between. AJA has I went to a new breakfast looking at a lot of their new stuff. A lot of great conversion tools. So
Uh-huh.
getting stuff. A lot of people are figuring out how to tie fiber back together. So I've got a bunch of SDI feeds, or 4K SDI.
Yeah, yeah.
4K is often 4 SDIs,
Mm-hmm.
and then get that across fiber channels, and then convert it back to SDI. So if you have a really long run, so you can run an SDI. Some people will say 500 feet or 900 feet,
Wow.
but I would say 150.
Yeah,
and,
easily.
and with a single mode fiber, of course, you can take it 26 miles or something. You know, so it goes a lot further, and they built a bunch of new conversion tools. So there's a lot of slick stuff on there.
Cool, lots of exciting things going on.
Yeah, so if you guys have questions while we're waiting,
Yeah, go ahead and
throw
post
them
them in the chat box.
the chat room and in the chat box.
Chat box, chat room.
Chat box. So now there we go. So
yes, we are watching the chat room Serenity, Rob. So you can go ahead. We just got access to it. So if you asked anything a little earlier, we didn't see it.
So the other things that I'm going to go look at that I know have come out. There's a lot of new recorders. So there's a Blackmagic has a new recorder,
Okay.
but as well as Sound Devices now has used to have a Pix 240, which
Okay.
we have a lot of, and they've now taken that thing and they flattened it.
Okay.
So now it's just a monitor that also records 4K, 444. It's a pretty slick little monitor.
Nice.
Scopes and everything else.
And it records it directly on the device.
Yeah,
How
yeah. So it's
big
like a
is
monitor.
How big is the drive?
Oh, it's just a SD card.
SD card. Nice.
Yeah. So it's super convenient.
Okay.
And so pretty excited about that. Copy that.
Okay.
Someone talking to me. So anyway, so yeah. So that I'm excited to see. There's I've been looking at a lot of switchers and other things like that. So we're kind of just kind of looking through all of those.
Gotcha.
All of those things.
There's a lot of exciting things to see here.
It's
I
fun.
always love seeing GoPro, and they're right across here, and there's
I know.
so many
Well,
awesome
and
things.
The best thing is that you go in there and it's GoPro and then DJI.
Yeah.
So
and they're all right there.
Yeah. So you get to see some drones, you get to see some GoPros, sometimes some GoPros on the drones.
Yeah, so if you're watching live and you're not here, come next year. You definitely want to be here. There's so many cool things that you can check out.
Yeah. Well, we were showing you a little example
Oh yeah,
of
you
it
can
there.
see it
yeah.
right here on the screen.
Yeah. So
And that's just the entrance.
and they were actually even showing some of the GoPro stuff that they were showing was some of the Oculus, so stitching it all back
Yeah, I saw
together.
that.
So that was pretty slick. Is there any company? So this is from Razer 512. I wonder, is any company at the show making budget PCI Express TriCasters? If someone wants to cheaply do some small scale TriCasting with a few video inputs. Yeah. As far as a switcher, we actually, if you look back yesterday, there was Mix. Is it vMix? vMix. The two things that you want to probably look at for something that's a lower cost is vMix and Wirecast. So vMix is PC based. Wirecast is both PC and Mac. And there's Open Broadcaster as well. And so,
and do you have an idea what the price range is for
they're
those?
in the, for software only, I think that vMix runs, I think the most expensive version, we talked about it yesterday, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I think it was like $700 or something like that.
Okay.
And then
That's where it
Wirecast
starts.
Pro is about $995, I think.
Okay.
And we used Wirecast for a long time, and we still do.
Okay.
And
that one is software based, right? The Wirecast?
Software based.
Okay.
And so, and expandable to as many. You're able to do it on PC, Mac. You can plug as many things in, as many cameras as you can figure out how to plug into your computer. It can see.
Yeah.
And then you can do playback. You can design little picture-in-pictures. You
Yep.
can do all of that stuff. So it's a really great. If you're looking for that, that's one place. And if you really are just trying to get started on live, you can also download. If you go to YouTube, you can download the Wirecast for YouTube,
yep.
which is free.
Yep.
And so that's a handful of cameras.
And with
a
that
little
one,
bit of graphics.
you can connect your. I think you can only connect one camera
No,
with,
I think
with
it's
the
like
free
three
version, right?
No, I think the free version does 3 cameras.
It does 3 cameras.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool.
So those are a couple options there. But yeah, if you're doing just 2 or 3 cameras, and you want to stream it to
live
YouTube,
to YouTube, you can do
and you attach it right to your YouTube account. Like you log into your YouTube account inside of it.
I've done it once. It's a little tricky to figure out, but once you figured it out, you can.
It's like boom,
Yeah, exactly.
done. Yeah, so it works really well.
Awesome.
It also works great as a streaming tool when you are. If you already have some hardware, you're already switching, you just need to stream to YouTube. It's also an easy way to just have it go in as one input.
And do you know if that's solely for using YouTube, for streaming to YouTube?
The
or
free
can you do it
version, I think, will only go to YouTube because
Okay.
it really attaches it. Once you get the regular Wirecast, I think the lower cost Wirecast is like $495.
Okay.
And then the more expensive one is $995. And so,
Awesome.
and those are that and vMix, Open. What was it? Open. Open broadcaster. So those are a couple different options from a software perspective, but even the hardware ones are getting pretty inexpensive. So if you look at like the Blackmagic ATEM, television studio, you're talking like $1,000 for a hardware switcher.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different options.
And how many cameras can you connect to that one? Do you know?
I believe we have some of the older versions of that specific one. I believe it's six inputs.
Oh wow!
And a lot of these are now 4K.
You can do a lot with that.
Oh yeah, and what happens is I know in the older one at least, it has 4 HDMI and 4 SDI.
Yeah.
And you can pick, there's 2 in the middle that you can either switch to HDMI or SDI.
Yeah.
So you can have 4 SDI and 2 HDMI or 4 HDMI and 2, there's a couple different combinations there. The great thing about the HDMI is that they can all be just computer outputs. So you just take your computer, plug it in, you're done.
Good to go.
You're good to go. So,
awesome.
And then the TriCaster Mini is all HDMI at 5,000, starting at 5,000.
Wow.
Okay.
So they have a lot of different price ranges depending on what they want to get into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Software-based or
you can start in software. You can move up to some of the Blackmagic stuff. You can move up further, and there's a whole bunch of the TriCaster solutions that, of course, are used. That's what we're using here. And then there's the mini one that's 5,000, and then it just keeps on going up until you get to the 8,000, which is got all the bells and whistles. We had a question. Guest 3256 says, for Blackmagic, is the Ursa Mini upgradable like the larger Ursa camera? And I do not know. Do not know. But I'll try to find out.
Maybe somebody will tell us in our ears.
I think that's the plan, is a lot of these, but I think that the really small one, I'd be surprised if it was, but it might be. So we'll see if that actually works there. So let us, if you have any other questions here you can pop up on the chat room and let us know.
Now, what kind of stuff are you guys working on at Pixel Core?
Well, I mean, mostly what we do is a lot of kind of large-scale live streaming. So we manage typically complex live events that require more than one location, either in the building or in the country or around the world. So we might tie 5 or 6 locations together from different parts of the world and try to turn that into one live stream.
One live stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where they're talking to each other and you're cutting back and forth. And
so what's the biggest complication when dealing with, people are scattered all over the world.
The biggest thing is just communication.
Yeah.
Knowing where everybody is at every moment. The thing that I think most people underestimate until they do a lot of live production is the power of comms. Communication. So we have,
definitely.
So whether it's phone bridges or ClearComm or whatever we're using to tie everything back together, we spend an enormous amount of time working on the pipeline. Like, how are we going to make sure that we can talk to everyone?
Yeah.
And it's not just, at first you start thinking, well, I'll just use walkie-talkies or we'll call each other on the phone. I mean, that's where everybody starts. They're like, oh yeah. And then it doesn't take very long where you're like, this was a bad idea. and then you go and then you get some party lines. That's the next thing. So everyone's on one line, you just hit A, B, or C or whatever, and there's 3 different lines. And that works. That'll get you a couple hundred more events.
Yeah.
Where you think that's fine. And then at some point you end up with a control panel that's got 24 little buttons where you can talk to that person or this person, or I can talk into that person's ear. And then after that you get you can't, going back to the other stuff is difficult.
And what's the most number of locations you guys have done that with?
60.
60.
Yeah.
Streaming live.
Interacting live.
Interacting live.
So we had it set up. I can't say exactly where, but it was a pretty big event.
Okay.
And we had to be able to take any one of the 60 it was actually watch parties. So there were up to 100 people in every location that was there. So it was 4,000 or 5,000 people total. And what we had to do is we had to be able to jump to any one of those people, and then also be able to put them up on a jumbotron in front of 30, 40,000 people. So it was, but we had to be able to interactively do that, and they all had to see the video coming from stage so that they could interact with it. And so that was probably the most complicated. Now, we only had to put people in comms at 12 of those locations, and then 6, the other ones we just stayed in communication with people that were already there. So,
awesome.
Anyway, so we're still, we're just making stuff up until you guys
and if you have any more questions,
ask any questions here,
you can post it in the chat room.
But yeah, so we're starting to do a lot of Oculus work. So a lot of how do we do live streaming? Live streaming to Gear VR or live streaming to Oculus. So we're figuring that out right now, and so that's we think that's the
think
the
it's
next new
fascinating.
thing.
Yeah,
we'll,
definitely.
we'll see if it turns out, but it's the next new thing right now for us. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's good, and but hopefully we'll be able to get back out there and wander through.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive show for me usually. I walk around, I decide that I have to have that and have to have that, and
Of course.
Yeah. So. Okay.
All right.
And so.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing well. How's it going?
Doing well. Leslie Samuel.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
I'm Alex.
Hey, Alex. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Avoid the tangles.
There you go.
All right, cool.
This is the only thing you're showing.
This is the only. Yeah.
We were expecting like
Ginormous.
ginormous. I thought it was gonna be a little
This
tank.
is so cool. This is all I have to.
I don't
That's
know.
all
it,
you
It
have
looks
to
cool
show.
already. Let me see it before we.
Yeah.
Are you getting distortion from me when I get excited? Because I hear a little bit distortion.
And you're gonna get really excited.
No, you're not. Okay, good.
God for watching.
It's going to be very exciting, isn't it? I like exciting.
That's cool.
This guy that's talking in my ear is saying some interesting things. What did you have for breakfast this morning? I need to test your.
Check 1, 2, 3. I had a Metrics protein bar here while I was continuing to set up.
Is he good?
Check.
Perfect. You're welcome.
And it's G Technologies or G Tech, G Technology,
Technology.
Technology.
but not G Tech.
We prefer G Technology.
Okay.
That's good.
Officially.
That's what we'll
G-Tech
go
is
with.
Cool. No, I mean, just to be official, it's G Technology.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Awesome. We're going to get started in a second.
Okay. Welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay here with Leslie
Samuel.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Good to have you back.
Enjoying the show so far?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
No one's died.
No one's died.
That's usually a good show.
That's
It's
always a
it's
good thing.
Nothing's fallen down. It's all good.
And we have a cool job because we get some people coming in with some very
I know. I used
interesting
to have
technology.
to walk out there and do it all myself, and now
they
now
just
people
come
just
to
come
us.
to us.
I love it, and we have.
Mark Anderson from G Technology.
That's right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for
good to have
being
you.
here.
Of
So we
course.
see you have an interesting device
I
here.
have an interesting little device here. This is our new G Drive EV ATC or all-terrain case.
And if you can set that down right, just hold, just set it like
Bam,
that.
right there,
Right
just
there.
like
we go.
that.
Yep.
Except I'm going to want to play with it for a bit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fine.
fine.
That's your
So-
your good area.
That's
So-
my good area. All right.
So-
well, it's a good product for a good area. So
All
there we
right.
go. The great part about this is it's an outgrowth of our Evolution series of drives,
Okay.
Right.
which is a workflow solution. It's all about making workflows simpler, better, more efficient.
Right.
To end up saving time and money for productions.
Okay.
So it uses that same EV drive that we have as part of the dock. It connects via SATA into our G dock, which is Thunderbolt based, or into this as well.
Which is great. There's been some other people that have been using the SATA, docking system, but the problem is there was no other way. You needed another dock to tie them in.
Correct.
So what's nice about this is that you have a USB 3, right? A
Correct.
USB 3 connection.
Correct.
So you could just use that drive on its own.
You can. It's and that is part of the great part of the system is all of the drive modules themselves are also standalone bus power drives on their own.
Okay.
Right.
And there are multiple flavors of the drives. This adds to that story. The others are aluminum. This one we've actually taken and made the case out of a polycarbonate, which has taken 35% of the weight out.
Oh, nice. So
Still-
it's lighter.
It's lighter, and it's still the same 1 terabyte, 7,200 RPM drive inside that'll do 136 megabytes per second.
Right.
And again, and being part of HGST, we're the only ones who have a 2.5-inch, 1 terabyte, 7,200 RPM drive. So we're about 23% faster than the competition in their 1 terabyte spinning 2.5-inch solutions.
Now this
That's
looks
great.
like a very fancy case.
That looks like a very fancy case.
Tell me a
It
little bit
doesn't,
about
it's
the
not,
case.
not only does it look like a fancy case, it is a
It
fancy
is
case.
a
It is a
fancy
fancy case. It is.
Does it sing? What does it do?
Well, it might. At least it helps you keep your data when you do sing
I
and
like
you
it.
record it. The great part about the case, I put the drive in. It is now completely sealed inside.
Okay.
Right.
But I can
And it's
still,
water
It is.
tight.
It does provide. It provides dust protection, water protection, shock protection, and pressure protection.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So this will float in water.
Okay.
It will. Right now, we're saying we're rating it for a 1 foot underwater for 30 seconds with no water entry.
Okay.
We're actually down the road going for a much better rating than that, a mil-spec rating.
Right.
It is dust proof. It takes the shock resistance of the drives up to 2 meters.
So I can drop it from 2 meters.
You can drop it from 2 meters, no issue.
Okay.
But also pressure protection. 1,000 pounds of real pressure, which means
Oh, wow.
you can run it over with a 2-ton car.
Did you try doing that?
I have actually. It's not this particular unit, but actually my personal unit was run over. There's a video on YouTube of a Jeep Cherokee running over. Keycode Media did it actually. I
Nice.
was there with them for a meeting. They said, hey, can we do a video for social media? I said, sure. And they said, okay, give me your drive.
And can you do that while capturing video?
We didn't do it. You probably
could.
it's kind of a short cable, but
Now that's a Thunderbolt?
this version has a tethered Thunderbolt cable.
So
Right.
Thunderbolt and
And
USB 3.
We have a USB 3 version as well.
Okay.
So it's available in either flavor depending on what you need.
Okay, so you buy them separate. Is it the case that you're buying separately that's either USB 3 or Thunderbolt?
As it is currently, it's a bundle with the drive in the case, at least in the Thunderbolt version.
Okay.
And it retails for $229.
Oh.
We have, and then the drive inside itself, that EV raw drive is what we're calling it, the polycarbonate version is $129.
Okay.
But then we also have the USB 3 version will be shipping later this month. You'll be able to buy either the case on its own or with a drive. And with the drive, it'll sell for $179, and the case on its own for $79.
And 179, how much space are you getting with that?
1 terabyte.
1
It's
terabyte.
1 terabyte,
Wow.
7200 RPM, 2.5-inch drive. It'll do about 136 megabytes per second, whether you're on USB 3 or Thunderbolt.
Right. And the great thing
very
here is
nice.
that I do a lot of stuff in the field, and you get into a situation where I may not want to carry that around all
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
But so being able to have a bunch of those drives, like for instance, I know I'm going to have what typically happens is we're going to go out into the field and we're going to have. I know that I need 5 terabytes of capture.
Yep.
You know, but what I end up with is 5 big rugged drives
Yeah.
that now are taking up a ton of space.
Yes.
Whereas now I can take those 5 drives and put them in a little pack and set them there, and then as we pull them out into the field, I might have 1 or 2 of these that we're slotting them into, capturing what we need to do, and moving on.
Absolutely. And add to the factor that it also makes it more cost effective that way too.
Right.
Because the individual drives inside are much less expensive than the competition's rugged drives.
Well, and this is a lot more than a rugged drive. I mean, this is a lot
Correct.
more than a basic rugged drive. This
Yes.
is this is something that is really, I drop it. I've done a fair number of shoots on boats. So far I haven't dropped anything into the water.
But it happens.
But if you were to with
If
this,
you were
you'd be
to.
fine.
Exactly, it would
Yes.
float. And I
Absolutely.
thought that was a really interesting feature of
Yeah.
having it, that I drop it in and then we go fish it out. You know, and I'm not diving to try to find it. you know.
And the great thing is, it works with all of our current EV drives that are in this form factor as well. So if you
Okay.
already own our G Drive EV or our EV SSD, which both use this form factor, you can buy that USB case on its own and still.
And how much did you say the USB case was on
The
its
USB
own?
case on its own is $79.
That's great. And do you have flash options as well that can go into that?
We have an SSD. It's a 512 gig SSD. It retails for $499.
Yep.
Currently, yeah. And down the road, we may offer some more.
That's great.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Is that your big? That's the thing you're showing here today?
We do have a couple other great products. We have our G-Raid. We've revised a bit. The newest generation, we have dual Thunderbolt 2 and USB 3 on it, and we have a USB 3 on its own version for some more value. Still fantastic performance. Either one of those, especially in the 12 terabyte configuration, is actually the fastest. It'll do over 400 megabytes a second.
Oh wow.
That's great.
It's
Nice.
dual drives. It's using the HGSC Ultrastar enterprise class drives. They're removable. It's RAID configurable, so it ships in RAID 0. So the drives, so you're getting that performance. You can also have it mirror the drives if you'd rather
RAID 1.
protection.
Okay.
And RAID 5, I
Exactly.
assume.
It's 2-drive unit, so it won't do RAID
Oh, no,
5.
RAID 5, sorry, yeah,
Yep,
it's, not, it's
yep.
only 2 drive, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep, absolutely.
And then, and of course, we're also showing our 8-bay G-Speed Studio XL that we launched at IBC last year.
And that one goes up to
64 terabytes.
Wow.
And it's pretty awesome because not only do you get that capacity, but you get incredible performance, especially because we're using those same HGS Ultrastar, the enterprise class drives that are designed to be used in a RAID array. So we see about 1,100 megabytes per second in RAID 5, over 1,300 megabytes per second in RAID 0. It'll essentially saturate Thunderbolt 2 in RAID 0.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the price point is insane. It's $69.99 for 64 terabytes. Yeah, and they start at $35.99 for 24 terabytes.
I could do a lot with 64 terabytes.
You can do a whole lot with 64
That would
terabytes.
last me like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He does a lot.
We
in
like
2
you.
weeks.
We like you a lot.
We have a lot of your drives.
That's awesome. And the great thing is, it uses the same drive modules. All of our new removable products use the same drive modules. So that 64 terabyte unit uses the same 8 terabyte drives as the 16 terabyte version of that new G-RAID with Thunderbolt.
That's fantastic.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Mark Anderson.
Yes.
G Technology. Where is
Yes.
the booth?
South Hall Lower, 12705.
12705.
And if they want to
Yep.
check you out online, they can go to
www.g-technology.com.
g-technology.com.
all spelled out.
Thank
All
you
right.
for joining us.
You got
Thanks,
it.
Mark.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Leslie. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. This is the NAB Show Live. I forgot
I was
the
just
V.
about to say that to
I
you.
know. I How do you not say
I
the
know.
NAB Show Live?
I know.
All right. So here we go. Okay, copy.
Okay.
And same length that you had before? That would put us right on time.
15 minutes or 6 minutes? Okay. 6
Copy.
minutes. Ooh, another hard drive. Nice.
Let's see. We got. We had.
How you doing, sir?
I'm Owen. How are you?
Owen?
Hey.
Erwin?
Erwin?
Erwin.
Erwin.
Oh, wow.
Is it
Is
Gerard?
it Gerard or Gerard?
My first name is Elwin.
Erwin Gerard? Okay.
Erwin
awesome.
Gerard.
Seems very sturdy. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. You're not leaving with this, are you?
The key is you distract him, and then I'll.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, that's how we get them. Every person. This whole show is just to collect gear.
Exactly.
So that's what you put behind.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
you think that you can get away, but he's going to block you, and I will be. Oh.
And I'm good at doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good at blocking. Yeah, I'm the blocker.
Yeah.
I used to play rugby, and I was like the little guy
Uh-huh.
in the team. So my work was to avoid the big guys.
Right.
To run faster than they.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
I did succeed sometimes, and sometimes I didn't.
But
And
we're
you'd
really
have a
good at
chance
this.
if we didn't
for
have
this.
your head all tied up. That's the part that that's the trick.
All right.
And it's Erwin
Gerard.
Gerard. Welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay, and I'm here with Leslie Samuel.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and
Glad
we're-
to be here. Excited to be here.
I feel like I was just doing a show
I
with you.
know,
It was
it's-
just like seconds ago.
Exactly.
Hey, we've got Erwin Gerard from LaCie.
Nice to meet you guys.
Good to meet you too. And
Very happy
you've
to be
got
a bright orange device
bright
here
orange
to share
device.
with us.
So what is this?
What
Yes.
is this?
What
Tell
is
us all
this?
about it.
So this is like 4 terabytes of rugged
4
storage.
terabytes.
Wait, did you say 4?
4 terabytes.
I'm sorry, you said 4.
I said 4 terabytes.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, this is really a product made for.
Me?
Was it the discussion
Now
we were
it's-
having about you running away with it?
I
No,
know,
not yet, not yet.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a mobile drive for like photographers, audio guys, and namely video people.
Video, yeah.
That are shooting on field like crazy amount of data, and wants to store them into something that would be secured.
Okay.
So that's the concept of the rugged, which is like when you go on field, you want to have your data with you, and you want to protect it against, I would say, the natural elements. So here, I don't know how people would see this.
Yeah, you can face
that's
it in
cool.
this direction,
Right over here this way.
like in this
like
direction.
this. So you have a cap here that will
Okay.
protect the whole drive, and when you open it, you have a tethered cable. So you can plug this.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, you can plug it to your Mac or to your PC through Thunderbolt. You can also use a USB 3 connection here.
Okay.
And you can
And
even
you have
put,
another port there. Is that power?
so it's powered for USB 3, and it's bus powered over Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
The cool thing is that you can put this back in, and therefore you will protect your drive against shock, water, and dust, even while operating.
Okay, how much shock are you protecting it
So
against?
up to 1.5 meter drop.
Okay,
So
1.5
usually
meter.
this kind of drive just stays on the table when you do your editing or,
Yep.
or transfer your data, and you may sometimes you just like would push it. So the protection is to really protect against that. It's also protected against pressure. So if a car runs over it, you would protect the data against that also.
Okay.
So clearly, for us, it's the really mobile solution for people creating a lot of data.
Did you say it was water resistant also?
It's water resistant. It's water resistant. So IP54.
Okay.
So splash, dust, splashing water, dust. A lot of our customers are doing their shooting into some pretty tough conditions.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to protect the data.
Spinning drives?
It's spinning drive, so it's good. Good thing to the last point of this drive is that we have a RAID controller. I don't know how familiar you are with the technology, but
Okay.
inside we have two drives. We have two 2 terabyte drives, and you can, with this little thing here, you can configure it either mirroring the drives
Okay.
or striping the drive. When you mirror the drive, the data that you copy to the drive are copied to both drives. So even if one fails, you still have access to your data. So it provides an extra layer of protection.
So then it would
to
be
your
up
data.
to two terabytes?
It's 2 terabyte, yeah, exactly,
Okay.
2 terabyte. And for some people willing to have like the full 4 terabyte, you can stripe the drive together, and then you have also a boost in performance.
Right.
So
What are the transfer speeds?
so transfer is around 240 megabytes per second.
Okay.
So it's 2 times the normal speed over spinning mobile drive.
Okay.
So that's also a good product for on this aspect where these guys they spend hours of their days like transferring data from the camera to the drive, from this drive to another drive, and by doubling the speed that you can get out of this drive, you just like slash by 2 the number of hours you need to wait for
Definitely.
looking your
Well,
data.
and
just
it's
being
also good
transferred.
if you're in the field when you're rendering, because if,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
if I'm rendering having a fast drive that I'm rendering too, what people don't
Yes.
get oftentimes, they think that it's their CPU that's slowing down.
Yeah.
And what's actually happening is it's drive,
hard drive.
it's
Yep.
it's write and
Exactly.
read.
Exactly.
Oftentimes we want to go from one drive to the other, and both of them have to be really fast so that we can get the maximum speed out of it.
So I mean, like that's a very good point, and that's why on the Lassie side we were kind of the first to introduce some mobile SSDs also, because it's the same thing. So this guy is capable of 240 megabytes per second. We have some SSD-based solution capable of 400 megabytes per second,
Okay.
and some of capable of 1.2 gigabytes per second. So these are really for the people who wants to start editing right away. Some you might want to do your cut right after the brushes, and having a bus-powered product or product you can move together with the rest of your gear,
Yeah. Yep.
and start doing the cut right away.
Absolutely.
Would also save a tremendous amount of time for these guys. So.
And the SSD drive, does that come in the same enclosure?
So it comes in the same enclosure. It's a little bit thinner.
Okay.
But it's also we just announced the new rugged with SSD with up to 1 terabyte of SSD. So it starts to be pretty.
That's great.
Still also
Awesome.
pretty.
And where can
significant.
people find you in
So we are on the North Hall, in South Hall, sorry.
South Hall? Upper or lower?
I'm sending the people to the right wing.
Yeah,
On the lower side of the South Hall.
Awesome.
So, big Lassie sign. So
and
please,
online at
Lassie.com.
lassie.com.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Obviously.
Well, thanks
Cool.
for
All right.
thanks for showing this to us.
My
Thanks,
pleasure.
everyone.
Thank you for having me here. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. This is NAB Show Live, and we will be right back.
That's that, but we ran out of time. How much?
$3.99.
Do we have the next one
$3.99
here?
for 4 terabytes. Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah, I sent Giovanni one too, so you guys have one back at the studio.
Oh, nice.
Where's
You're
mine?
welcome to keep it.
Where's
Yes.
mine?
Thank you very
Where's
much.
mine?
I probably won't be keeping it, but
This is like the storage section.
I know this was easier than we expected. Hey, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for your
All
time.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Who's
See, and
next?
we didn't even have to tackle
I
him or
know.
throw him to the ground or.
Let's see how.
Oh,
we
look
do.
at this.
Oh, he brought out the
That's-
big guns.
Now we're talking.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. How are you?
James. What, James?
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
this is the QNAP. Oh. Yeah.
And you're James Cheng?
Jamie Chang.
Okay, great.
Here you go. The camera that this is going to be working on is right over there. So if there's something you want to show, you turn it in that direction.
So you want to show the front first?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Turn it. There you go.
Perfect.
That looks.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yep.
If anything, once it gets on the device,
Can you give
you'll
us
be able
that
to
that
see it more
angle for a
clearly.
second?
I don't think they're paying attention to us.
Hey guys, in the can you give us
I feel like I was just up here.
Are you going to say that every time?
Well, look at me. Beautiful.
This is the Thunderbolt NAS hybrid. Awesome.
First NAS dash solution.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to talk about it in a second.
hold on one second. Give me 1 second. I got a mic issue. It'd be great if we had that written down somewhere here, as far as things you want to promote there. Okay. I'll remember it after the first couple, but I don't have it in my head.
Dave? Which Dave?
Hold on.
Is he? I think he might have. Okay, go around that direction. They should be around there. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay here with Leslie Samuel.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
We're having a blast here with all this stuff.
We're in storage heaven.
Storage heaven.
And we're going to the next level.
But this right here looks a little more than storage heaven.
We're here with James Chang from QNAP. And hey, how's it going? So tell us a little bit about your little toy
fancy
here.
device
Yes.
here.
Okay, so we're actually announcing our new Thunderbolt series here at NAB. So this is the first world DAS and NAS solution that's out in the market. So this could serve directly as a DAS using Thunderbolt, directly connected to a Mac or a PC.
And for our viewers, do you want to define the
DAS
DAS
and NAS?
Yeah.
Okay, DAS basically means direct attached storage.
Okay.
Right.
And NAS is basically network attached storage.
Right.
So we're actually combining the great of both worlds into one device.
So with the DAS, I'm going directly to my computer.
Correct.
With the NAS, I'm attached to a network so I can link multiple computers to it.
Correct. So,
Awesome.
so if you're a video editor, so you could directly connect your Mac directly with the Thunderbolt. Actually, it's right back here.
Okay.
I can show you on the back plane.
So we can see that right here.
Yeah, so if you're editing, you can actually get around 500 megabits per second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you're talking about like a 1 gig file in less than 2 seconds.
Well,
Transfer it.
and one of the big advantages there is specifically, well, you can tell me, this is how I see it anyway,
Okay.
is that you have an editor and then you have assistants that are or other people doing contribution. They're putting
Correct.
stuff onto the drive. The editor has the fast speed that you need to actually do the edits, but everybody else can see the drive and throw things to it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So the editor, once the editor is finished, everybody on the network, the editor could send out an email, hey guys, I'm finished with my editing. Take a look at what the final result looks like.
Or everyone's going to be, digitizing somewhere else.
Exactly.
Like organizing the files, setting them all up, and then pushing them into folders in the background.
Yeah.
Without having to come over and get connected.
Yeah, correct. So it's actually a very easy also collaborating, working both in the local network, in the local office, or even away from the outside remote offices. Because QNAP, we also have a replication feature, so that you could, once the editor is done with their part, they could put it on to say, hey, I want to replicate it to the New York office. So we could send out maybe at a nighttime basis, say 9 o'clock to 6 a.m., replicate it over, and once the editor comes in, the replication is done.
Right. And that's software that you provide.
That's the software we provide.
And is that controlled on here, or is it controlled on the PC and the Mac?
It's controlled right on the device here, under our control panel,
Nice.
and we could set up that replication.
And that control panel is web-based?
It's web-based replication.
Right, so you
Yeah,
simply
it's
log into
web-based.
this,
Yeah.
and you're off to the races.
Yeah, correct. Another cool thing about the QNAP, if you actually notice that on the back, we also have HDMI.
Oh.
So this unit actually also supports 4K content. So you could directly play a 4K monitor directly connected to the device.
So I can connect this directly to my TV
Correct.
and have it just access the 4K video.
Yes, we have built-in XBMC on the device as well, so you could play it with XBMC on the 4K content on an XBMC player.
Nice.
And there's other apps that are available for...
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of apps?
So we have, I guess another unique thing about QNAP is that we're rich with applications. So not just storage itself, it's also an application server for your own personal use or for businesses.
Okay.
So something like virtualization, a lot of people get like virtualization is enterprise level. How do we do this on the Mac, on the QNAP device? So we have a virtualization, a hypervisor that enables you to actually install Windows, Linux, even Android OS on top of the QNAP to run as a virtual machine.
So basically I have my virtual PC here. I can connect it to my Mac and run a virtual PC?
Yeah, just open up your web browser, connect it to the VM, and you have on the web browser, you work exactly like a Windows.
How much storage?
So this is an 8-bay unit device here. So each bay could actually go up to 8 terabytes.
Oh, 64.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And we also have the unit, because we have Thunderbolt, we actually could also expand it out as well.
Oh.
So we actually could do expansion using the Thunderbolt connection.
So you could have multiple units.
Exactly.
And they all would appear as one unit.
Correct.
Nice.
So you could stack it up to 8 units.
Right.
So we have a big, huge storage array.
You're trying to do the math in your head, aren't you? You're
I'm just wondering if he's leaving this here with us.
64 times 8 is, that's
a lot of storage. All right.
That's very good. Now, what's the price on for this enclosure?
Well, we haven't really released a price point, but we're guessing it's around $2,000 in the ballpark range.
$2,000 for the
unit, with the chassis, with the expo.
But not with drives.
Without drives.
And the drives are
sold separately. So another good thing is that we support 2.5 drive SSD drives, or even 3.5 traditional hard drives.
Okay. And do I have to have them all full? Can I have one?
You can start off with just one and build as you go.
Build as you go.
Correct.
Awesome.
Very good. And do you recommend that they're all the same size, same manufacturer? That's typically how we build them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we actually support, you don't have to be on the same drive. So another cool thing about a QNAP NAS is that you actually could set up multiple arrays. So in terms of RAID arrays.
Okay.
So, because it has 8 bays. So you could do bay 1 and 2 using SSDs and have mirror as a storage volume 1, and the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as another storage, RAID 5 as a volume storage. So separate volume for dedicated to whatever you want to do. If you want SSD to have higher speed application, you dedicate it for that storage server as well.
So it's pretty versatile.
Correct. And it supports iSCSI, NFS, so it's also like a high IP stand as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Where can people find you in the hall?
We're at Salt Hall. We're at 15516.
Upper or lower?
On the lower level.
In the lower level.
And online?
We're at www.qnap.com.
Awesome.
Great.
All right. James, thanks so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you for having us.
All right, absolutely. Thank you, and we will be back soon again with NAB Show Live.
And if you'd like to tweet at us, you can tweet with the hashtag NAB Show.
NAB Show.
NAB Show, and it might even appear here live. So go ahead and do it.
Again. Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
So can you?
Thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah, we forgot to tell you that whatever you bring here, we
That's
keep.
it.
That's actually part of the deal. You know that was.
How heavy is it?
Can you guys give me the URLs?
Fully loaded too. That's not too bad actually.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
At NAB Show. And hashtag NAB
I'll
Show.
remember it after I say it like 10 times, but I just.
At NAB Show, hashtag NAB Show.
So at NAB
Thank
Show.
you. And you can take it with you if
And
if
what
you'd
else
like.
did you want to?
I have no problem.
Geekbeat.tv/NAB Show. Who are we with next? AccuWeather. How you doing, sir?
Great, how are you?
Doing very well.
You can see who I am.
Awesome. Dr. Joel Myers. AccuWeather.
Why can't we like President Clinton?
There's his card.
You're in State College.
Yeah.
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, okay. Yeah. Not too far away.
No.
Same state.
My brother went to Penn State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
you've been up to State College, I assume, many times?
Yes, many times.
Why? Why?
Makes the desk look pristine.
And we have a demo video. Is that right? And when do you want to play that? We're going to call it out.
Oh.
I just see it in the notes.
It's gonna take a picture of us. How many are you snapping in?
About 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Because you close your eyes, there's 6 of them.
Gotcha. Thank you.
He thinks of everything. Everything.
Leslie Samuel.
I'm sorry?
Leslie Samuel.
Leslie, how do you do?
Doing
Alex
well.
Lindsay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good?
Alex Lindsay.
Alex?
Awesome. And you're with AccuWeather.com?
AccuWeather, AccuWeather.com, all the above. I'm founder and president.
Awesome.
Started the business 53 years ago.
That's a long time.
It is a lifetime.
That's definitely longer than I've been alive.
It could be. We've transformed ourselves, keep reinventing ourselves,
Okay.
keep growing, and obviously have always embraced new technology.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to sharing it with people.
And we are just getting I think a demo video rolled up. I think. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Now, did you do all of this? Were you always at State College?
Yeah, I went to Penn State, got 3 degrees there in meteorology, taught as a faculty member for 21 years, started AccuWeather as a second-year graduate student. And
Here we are.
here we are. Yeah.
And what was your graduate studies in?
All in meteorology.
Meteorology.
Yeah, Penn State, I was very lucky, had the #1 meteorological college school in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a great education, and it worked out well. And so we're now the largest source of weather forecasts in the world.
Awesome.
There are 1.4 billion people.
Yep.
Cool. Anything going on in the chat room?
We are disconnected from the server.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second here. I'm not sure if I'm connected to a. The wonders of technology.
And are you gonna stream that video at the beginning, or?
We'll call it out.
Okay, good. Can you speak a little bit so they can test your levels?
Absolutely, yeah. Can you hear me now? How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep, we're good. Thank you very much. All right.
Welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay here with Leslie Samuel.
Yes, indeed.
We are here.
We are here, and we are about to kind of change direction. We've been talking
Change
a lot
the
about.
weather.
Yeah, we're going
There's a
to change
change in
the
the
weather right here.
Get out there.
We're going to do it live.
Yeah,
right
we're here with Joel Myers, the founder, president, and chairman of AccuWeather. Can't believe after all these years of watching, there's always the AccuWeather
Yep.
forecast. You're the guy.
You
right?
are
You're
the guy.
Part of the team, yep.
So how did it all start?
Well, I went to Penn State, got 3 degrees in meteorology, started AccuWeather as a graduate student,
Oh, wow.
and we've grown each year, and I taught.
Now, what was the first version of AccuWeather like? Like, what did it do?
Well, we provided forecasts to natural gas companies to predict their send-out, ski areas, helping ski areas know when to make snow, cities and towns as to gear their snow fighting activity to minimize their extra
For school
expense.
closings.
Exactly.
I grew up in
School
Pennsylvania, so school closings were very important.
That's
to me.
right, and the superintendents needed good information to make the right decision.
And if I had known that, I could call you and somehow leverage you to say that there's going to be a lot of snow
well, that
tomorrow.
would be, so I don't think we would have done that, but we do get offers from time to
And
time.
when you started it, was it kind
From
of
7-year-olds.
a grad school project, or you started it officially as a business?
No,
back
I
then?
got interested in the weather when I was 3, and by
Oh,
the time
wow.
I was 11, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I want to combine my burning desire to be a weather forecaster with my entrepreneurial spirit, and had a great opportunity, great mentoring at Penn State. Professors very supportive, and so I started as a consulting activity just in the winter, forecasting winter, because I was still working on my degree, teaching, doing research, and
Now, and what were you doing back then to forecast the weather? Like, what were you using? I mean, because
it's changed
we have a lot of
tremendously,
technology
yeah,
now,
yeah,
and we still
yeah.
get it wrong.
Well, it was a lot more pattern recognition,
Right.
intuition, experience, but it was always scientifically based.
Okay.
But it certainly has evolved tremendously over the years. You're exactly right. And the technology, and that's been the fun of it, continually integrating and capitalizing on the latest in technology. But it was more seat of the pants. There was a more, and of course I had to convince people to pay me for weather forecasts. And so I called 25,000 prospects before I had 100 paying customers.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So I was pretty persistent, I guess. We serve 245 of the Fortune 500 companies, and so things are evolving all the time. We, this past year, introduced MinuteCast, minute-by-minute forecast down to your street address, the 45-day forecast.
And I think we have a demo here. Hold on. I think we
Sure.
went and played something here. But there's no audio. We hear audio. Okay, so this is Storyteller. So and you're building the graphics.
No, we're doing the whole system. That's
whole
what we're
system.
exhibiting here. We sell the hardware, have access to all the content, so this is more than weather.
Right. So it's really all of the technology that's required when you're in front of the camera.
It really revolutionized the presentation of news, sports, and weather to provide weather and news and sports and election results and all kinds of content the way people are used to consuming content today.
So that would be
The way-
kind of like political weather. So for elections.
Well, it's political weather or just plain election results. We're more than weather now. I mean,
Okay.
Right.
it's a whole newsroom. But the idea is that people want to have interactivity. They're used to it on their tablets and all. So this allows the talent, this system allows the talent to interact with the equipment and the content, and so it resonates more with the audience. The audience is normally consuming content that way anyway, and so this revolutionizes the presentation of weather on television, news on television, sports, and all types of content. Traffic, we have a great traffic package, the best. Now we have Barron's, a partnership with a company that used to be a competitor in the weather field.
Right.
Barron's experts in severe weather, local severe storms, tornadoes, and so on, integrated into the Storyteller along with all of our weather content to give stations an edge, increase their ratings, and help them connect with modern viewers.
So the Storyteller system is really a system that the the stations are using to be able to display that information, to be able to get that information and to
Manipulate it
and
right.
present it to their audience.
Yeah, for example, with severe weather. Normally, you'd see a radar and you'd see some information like that. But with this system, you can also have video, real-time video of the tornado on the ground. Another city preparing for the tornado to hit in 12 minutes. And all the safety rules along with the radar. So it really upgrades to other levels the presentation, the richness of it, and the quality of it.
And they have the ability to determine what information they're displaying.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's easy to use. I could teach you in an hour. In an hour.
It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not.
In an hour to present the weather. It's
Right.
that easy to use.
Well, there's all these weathermen that are like, do not tell him that. Do not say that. Yeah. So because really, I mean, you have to have a lot of background to do weather forecasting, I imagine, but a lot of that stuff at this point is centralized. It's something you're providing for most of these, for weather forecasting and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So that's very, very interesting.
Awesome.
I have a request though. See,
Okay.
So
Usually I get requests, so I'll listen to the request.
just that's all I'm saying is kite, GoPro, wireless transmission, tornado. That's all I'm saying. Because then you can have like a live view of it. Like, there you go. Like going around. There goes Iowa. There goes.
That day may come.
I'm just telling you that. I think that's $1 million opportunity there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where can people find you here in at NAB?
We're in the South Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, right on the main aisle. And happy to display all of these new capabilities and the storyteller and all the content, the traffic, the new expanded weather, barons, and all type of polling and social media applications and crime data, the most up-to-date crime updated minute by minute in a local area. So we have about 10 sick weather, where the weather, and we predict the increase in disease threats over time based on crowdsourcing. I mean, a lot of amazing new technology and capabilities. Yeah.
Definitely worth a visit to go over and see all
Definitely, I would
everything.
say so.
Yeah, absolutely.
AccuWeather.com.
AccuWeather.com and AccuWeather, yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Joel Myers, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. My
right.
pleasure. I enjoyed
Thank
it. Thank you.
Just a reminder, if you want to tweet and have it show up on one of these boards, it's at NAB Show, and also you can go to geekbeat.tv /NAB Show to see that. We've got more coming up, so stay tuned. This is the NAB Show Live. Hi, guys. No worries.
No problem.
Yes.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you so much.
What is Canon doing? Thank you.
Canon. I've never heard of these guys.
I don't know. Sounds
Evidently,
vaguely
maybe
familiar.
maybe they big. Hey, hey, do we know what is it?
5G. Geek
5G.
Beat Travel 5G.
Do you know what that is?
Yep. I know.
You
There we
should see
go.
the ones in Rwanda. They are like every single 4G modem comes with this password that is like 27 characters long. And people know them off the top of their head. They'll be like 272743. You know, like and you're
Wow.
just like don't even know what to do with
So
that.
are we in the chat room then?
Let's see here.
How you doing, sir? What's your name? Chuck Westfall? Leslie Samuel. Yes. Nice to meet you too.
I check Alex Lindsay. Alex Lindsay, yeah. Did you bring anything for us to look at? Or we're just going to talk? That's
Okay.
fine. We'll just talk about it.
Okay. Do we have the press kit with the product photo?
And if you're watching online, we're back on the IRC. So if you've got questions, you can go ahead and post them back in. We had a little connection error.
Thank you. What do you have for lunch? We need to test the levels.
Okay. Checking 1, 2, 3. We had a.
I had a check.
nice
He
little
had
sub
one,
sandwich.
So you had chicken 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Chicken 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you're good. Thanks. All right.
Welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay, here with Leslie Samuel.
I'm excited to be here. We're seeing so many cool things.
It's been quite a busy hour.
We
started off with storage, then we moved to storms, and now we're moving into cameras.
Now
So
we're with Canon.
we're here with Chuck Westfall from Canon.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to be here. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Awesome.
So what is new at Canon?
We have so many different things here at this show, but we're going to lead off with one of the most exciting products that we're bringing here, called the EOS C300 Mark II. Now this is a new kind of video camera that basically can shoot 4K video internally, which means that it can record directly to a compact flash type card, a CFast card.
Okay.
And it can also record full HD, of course, but basically to have ability to do that 4K internal is one important thing. Another thing that we want to talk about with that camera is the ability to have what's called a 15-stop dynamic range, and that means that you can shoot in any kind of lighting condition that you could possibly imagine, no matter how contrasty it is, and still come up with a usable image.
And that was always the challenge.
Yes.
When we started with digital video, back in in the early days, the big problem that you had for DPs was that digital video would create such a small target to hit. And you think that, they should just be able to figure that out. But when you've got the sun outside and a shadow in the foreground and you're trying to keep all of that together, that becomes a bigger challenge. Now that's recording that dynamic range internally, right, to compact flash?
Yeah, it's actually called CFast 2.0, which is the next generation past compact flash. And the reason we did that is because with the 4K, you've got 4 times the data compared to HD.
Yeah.
What is the data for what you're recording?
You're looking at 410 megabits per second. So basically what we're saying is that for every 32 gigs of your storage space, you got about 10 minutes of video.
Right.
And it's a hefty chunk there. So, but the ability to do that internally on a memory card is really going to free up people to be able to shoot in locations that were not really feasible for 4K before.
And how much space are we getting on those internal cards?
Well, the cards that are available right now start at about 64 gigabyte and move on up from there. I mean, it just depends primarily on what the budget is, because they start to get a little bit more expensive.
And how large can they get?
They can go right now at least up to 256 gigabyte that's currently available, but the spec goes much higher.
Okay.
No, that's great. And of course, it's Canon, so you're going to be able to put your you can put your lenses on that you already have with your Canon cameras, so that's an easy adapter, but you can also have other mounts?
Well, you have actually the choice when you get this camera to use either the EF mount, which is all the Canon lenses, or the PL mount, which is the standard industry. So you can get it set basically that even if you bought one mount or the other, that it can be changed to the different mount after the fact.
And that's a mechanical change? You're pulling a piece out and putting another piece in to make that swap?
So it's very flexible that way for people who basically might need to be able to change depending on the production they're working on.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that we need to mention that's really kind of fairly unique about this camera is the idea that it has a very powerful autofocus system called the dual pixel CMOS AF. Now autofocus for a lot of professional videographers is a dirty word, because it usually is something they don't want to do. They rather have complete control. But with the dual pixel CMOS AF, what we're doing is basically giving people a tool to be able to make their videos a little bit more creative, especially when they're working with live talent, especially if they're shooting in any kind of situation where the camera's handheld and either the camera operator or the talent is moving around. you have somebody there in the camera helping you to be able to keep that person in focus, and it works very, very
So
spectacular.
once you have them in focus, if they're moving around, it latches onto that image,
Right.
that individual, so that it stays in focus.
Exactly right. And that leads me to one other thing. Now, that's not particular to the C300 Mark II, but we did introduce actually our second Cine Servo lens. And that's a big deal for when you're doing this type of work, because with the Cine Servo lens, it's kind of like with the ENG cameras that people are used to using in the 2/3 inch format, where you basically have a control panel in your hand that lets you do all your zooming and focusing automatically. And so to be able to do that in the Super 35 format, which is a much, much bigger sensor, is a terrific advantage.
And what are the controllers for that?
Well,
Is there any ability to do external control for the lens?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that when you get the Cine Servo, you've got the controller there. It's actually a removable piece, and then you can connect it to a battery power or connect it to the various different other devices that you're working with.
So you can bring it down and that you can use external devices on, so that a lot of times what you want is you don't want to be reaching up here. So,
Right.
so for those when you're doing these kind of live events, I don't want to be reaching up here. What I actually want to do is have it down on my on my tripod.
Right, so you've got the 3 ports built into that servo that go directly, this is industry standard, into your controllers that you would
Right, so
normally do.
any controllers that you would buy that are
could
following
connect to.
Right. And so there's a couple of different lenses that we have. 17 to 120 is the most common one that will cover like the standard focal length range. And that's already available on the market. But here at this show, we're showing for the first time a new ultra telephoto of the Cine Servo line from 50 to 1,000 millimeter. And
How much?
It's going to be roughly in the $70,000 range.
Yep. Yep.
But what you're talking about here is a lens that can be used on location for nature documentary, and you can get some unbelievable imagery. And I told you 50 to 1,000, but there's also an extender that boosts it up to 1,500.
Oh wow!
So.
Well, and again, for a lot of us, it's not how much we're gonna buy that lens for, but how much we're gonna rent that lens for. So we're gonna, these are gonna be at a rental house, and we're gonna go buy them.
And speaking of which, we just signed an agreement with Otto Nemens, who's one of the top names in the rental industry, and he's going to be carrying that lens. In fact, they've already started.
That's
Awesome.
fantastic.
And the camera itself, how much does that run?
The EOS C300 Mark II is going to be available in September at a retail price of about $20,000.
Okay.
Now, in
And
addition,
is the C300 still available?
yes, and it has been reduced in price all the way down to $64.99. So
Wow.
it's really
And it's a great camera. I've actually
Right.
shot a lot on the C300 and C500, and been really, really happy with the results. So
yeah.
it's
so
a
this
really,
is,
really.
I think you're
pleasing
going to be
camera.
interesting to see the improvements in quality and also operability that you get on the Mark II. But the C300 for $64.99 is an absolute steal.
Absolutely.
Right. And one other camera that we didn't announce at the show that we want to make sure people are aware of is the new XC10. And that's also a 4K video camera, but it's much, much smaller. It's like in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
And it has a fixed 10 times optical zoom lens on a 24 to 240 focal length range, a 2.8 to 5.6 aperture, but basically the ability to shoot 4K in the palm of your hand, and also it has an SD card slot for shooting in HD so that you can do both simultaneously.
And what is the what are the outputs out of that camera?
Okay, that camera basically has got the HDMI out on it. It doesn't have like an HD SDI or anything like that.
And is it doing 1080p or is it a 4K output from the camera?
You can actually do 4K output directly because you've got the HDMI upgraded to be able to handle that at 30 frames per second.
That's fantastic.
And there's also ability to do frame grab directly in camera too, so that for people who are doing online work, the ability to grab an 8 megapixel still out of that camera and just at the press of a button is quite an extra advantage to have.
Right, and just to clarify, the HDMI coming out of that, the smaller camera is a clean HDMI. There's no interface on it, it's just raw. So for instance, if I had a 4K switcher, I could theoretically put 4 of those in and be switching between 4 live feeds.
There's no reason why not.
And what's the price on that?
And this is going to be a $24.99 price point. It's available in June, and one of the things that we're doing to even make that camera a little bit more usable right out of the box is supplying it with the 64 gigabyte CFast card and a card reader. So we realize that they're not as ubiquitous as some of the other memory cards that are out there, so it'll help people get started.
That's great. And the form factor is more like the Vixie or more like the XF105 as far as the...
I would say that it's
Halfway
actually,
between.
in a way, kind of more similar to a compact digital camera, really. I mean, because it's almost like a little square container, and then it has like the moving screen on the back end.
Right.
It has a hot shoe on the top. Now, for people who are going to use it outdoors, there is also supplied a loop that'll basically slip right on the back, and then because the screen can flip up, you can actually look straight down into it or hold it at eye level.
And the chip size on that?
It's the 1-inch sensor, which is actually coming on pretty strong in terms of popularity, because it really gives you a very, very high level of image quality in a very small form factor. And especially when you're doing work like interviews, it has enough depth of field that you're able to hold focus on a group of people.
Well, I think a lot of people underestimate the power of a smaller chip sometimes. We still use for a lot of our live events 2/3 inch chips because we want to be able to we're zooming from the back of the room, and I want to be able to have a certain amount of stage still available to me. So it's not necessarily, not everything has to be full frame.
Exactly right. So this is actually kind of, in my opinion, a nod to the practicality of a lot of situations that you're dealing with where you really want to have that extra depth.
Absolutely. Where can people find you in the hall?
Absolutely. Come on over to see our booth at C4325. And if you're interested in more information on the products themselves, be sure to visit our website at usa.canon.com.
All right,
Awesome.
great. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks, Les.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll be right back with NAB Show Live.
All right.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Wooden camera.
Wooden camera. It's an interesting name.
That's
the last
I don't
one,
think there's
right?
any wood in it. I don't think there's I don't think there's any wood at all. I think that it's all just other things. But maybe. Hey, can I get some water? If there's any.
I know I can.
I'm not drinking your water. How's the shake and bacon?
As a reminder, don't call it the NAB.
Did I do it again? No, I did it once.
I did it.
He's
I
been
did it
calling
once.
it NAB Show.
Every time I heard you say it right.
Yeah. No, I've said it once. I've said
I
the
did it too.
once.
I did it at least once.
Yeah.
I did it probably a few
No, I did it. I right before every show, I'm always like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Yeah. Yeah.
I have one. But thank you. I'll take another.
Hey, sir. How's it going?
I don't know if Winning Camera's going to make it. After that is a break, so if you want to vamp for a little bit.
Okay.
How are you, man?
What's
Otherwise,
that?
she'll be on break. You guys been setting up like crazy? I thought you guys were in the break. Well, we were waiting for Winning Camera.
We'll give him a couple minutes.
Okay.
We'll vamp. Vamp. Stretch. This is the industry. If you're wondering, there's the industry sign language
vamp?
for stretches. And usually it's not said on air. Usually what happens is there's someone standing on the other side of the camera that just goes. and it's never like this. It's never like this. It's never.
It's never gentle.
You know,
It's very
I think this is the way. I
accentuated.
think, and there's, you got to understand. There's certain technology to it. Thumb out.
There's technology.
Fingers
to it.
in like this.
Like this.
A little apart.
Come on, everybody do it. We're live with us.
See how nice that is, though. See how nice that presentation
This is a little awkward.
Stretch. But and I think it should be this very calm. I think that would be very nice.
Oh, man.
There's a whole bunch of people in the South Hall going, he is so strange.
What is
He's
going
so
on
strange."
here?
But these are the things that we talk about, you know, and sitting in the back waiting for the next rehearsal is how to do a stretch. This is the proper technique. Hey, Father. Padre.
Is this?
Did you see anything cool yet?
It's not there till, I think, like 5?
What?
I think he's
No,
there.
have you seen anything cool?
Oh, have I seen? I've seen the 360 Heroes looks pretty damn.
Do we have a mic over here? Oh, we'll mic him up.
Yeah, you want to hop on? Sure. Go on, get out here.
Where's the mic? Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing? Since like yesterday.
When I found out that County Lewis' name really
Threw you off, didn't
Were
it?
you heartbroken?
it just destroyed me.
So later on today, at the end of the day, we're going to do a photography panel today.
Uh-huh.
How Hasselblad.
He didn't know he was coming on either.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And is it an hour?
It's gotta be a good one. Or 30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay.
Whatever's interesting, you know?
Yep.
Whatever you feel like is interesting.
And it's,
You know how to
just
have
talking
fun,
to
right?
them
Of
about
course.
stuff.
I hear you having fun all the time.
When can I not have?
There you go.
Okay.
I got this.
Yes. Oh,
I have
no.
a lot of pockets.
I can't do it.
All right.
I suddenly realized I have an
Thank you.
event that I actually sponsored.
Oh, you probably want to be there for that.
I should go.
I'll take care of it.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
They're
okay,
actually
good.
requesting you in the
Well,
chat
I'm doing
room.
the podcast. There's,
Hi, chat room.
They said, get Father
that's
Robert.
next. Some other day, yeah.
It must be a lot of the
Yeah, I'm
Twitch
good. I'm good with
Yeah.
They're everywhere. It's hard to get rid of them.
I know. We don't want to get rid of them, though.
No.
Not yet.
You ready?
We are.
Big smile. Smiles over here. Thank you.
You are very much welcome.
that. Okay, so what did you see?
Yes.
Over in the North Hall, there's the 360 Hero. So they make software that stitches together multiple cameras, multiple angles. You've probably seen a couple of people wander around with these balls o GoPros, right?
Yes.
Right.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. And actually, there's one at ATI. It's a quadcopter manufacturer. They've got a craft that does 18 GoPros, all with wide-angle, 4K, so on and so forth. And you need something to stitch that together. Well, that's what 360 Hero does. I tested out their tech with an Oculus Rift.
So no, wait, no, so they're actually doing their software's doing, or are they using Video Stitch for that?
No, it's their software. So it's
So that's
all
new. That's
custom.
new this year, I think.
It's
Or-
brand spanking new.
Okay.
And the nice thing about it is they showed me a quick and dirty, just putting it together as fast as they possibly could. And even though I knew the seams were there, I couldn't
couldn't
really
see it.
find it. Right.
Oh, wow.
And I also asked them. I said that nice parallax view that you get, is that something that you render into it? Is it something that the camera does with that nice wide angle? And they said no, that's done real time.
Wait, and how many cameras are they using to do that?
The demo I saw was, I think it was 9 cameras all around.
Okay.
But I did see a quadcopter that had 18.
Oh,
and it
wow.
had it in a ball that could be lowered from the bottom of the craft.
And this is so 360 Heroes or Hero 360 is it?
It's a or Hero 360. It's got a
It has
Hero and a
360
360 in it. We're going to talk to them tomorrow.
And it's a, but it's their software that's doing the stitching. It's
their software.
And then they're using ATI and they're stitching it live.
Well, they're partnering with anybody who wants to use their tech. What they've done is ATI is there, so they've got a very nice demonstration of some of these custom
Now,
built
are they
quadcopters.
stitching live?
They have a demo that they say they're going to show it to us, but I don't think that it's their regular run. What they've got in their demo stations are just the
Pre-recorded.
Oculus Rift.
And it's already pre-recorded.
But they brought an RV, so if you do want to see it actually work, you can go into the RV and they'll sit you down and actually show you how the stitching process works.
Wow.
That's great.
That's exciting.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, finally you can get content
Do you know how much the software
for those
costs?
virtual reality systems. I don't know how much the software is going to cost. We kind of wanted to save it for the interview we're going to do tomorrow. So we're going to speak to the CEO and the CTO and just ask them what they want.
And where are they?
North Hall, like 27 something or other. It's right next to the New Media Expo. So if you go to the New Media Expo, you're going to see their RV. It's a big RV. Might as well stop by and see where the next generation of content comes for immersive technologies like Oculus Rift.
And we're already doing some of that. So,
Yeah.
so we've been. And we see mine's very simple. See, I got this little. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what's this?
Whoa,
Have you guys
whoa,
seen this?
What is this?
No, what is this? I've seen people walking around with these.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Mike Elgin was walking around with one of those for a while. Scared the
Wait,
heck
does
out
this
of
do
us.
360?
Yep.
Nice.
That's it. Right there.
That's a lot smaller than 18 GoPros.
Yes, it is.
So I use this. So we're doing a lot of Oculus stuff. We have some custom versions of what they do. The only issue that I had with the Hero 360 rigs is that I have all of them. So I bought them all, and I've been playing with them all. And the problem is they have this thing where you have to peel them up to stick the GoPro in, and it's just a kind of a funky. It's a funky solution, in my opinion.
I think they've been working on that because they know that since there's a little bit of play, if you've got that many cameras together, you can't really have the cameras jiggling around.
Well, they don't jiggle around. They're tight in there. The problem is that I just feel like I'm going to scratch the lens every single
When you're setting it up.
when you open them up.
Then they have something for you, the aquatic housing. So it puts it in a bubble.
Right.
So that's of course that's designed to be taken underwater, and they do have one of the demos from their underwater footage, and it's spectacular.
Yeah.
I've got to
Really
check it out.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I mean, the ATI actually has a version of their quadcopter where all the cameras go on the booms extended past the prop, so you'll never see a prop.
Wow.
It's as if you are the quadcopter and all you see is sky around you. It's it'll be interesting to see if that catches on as a point of view people want to see.
I think it will. I mean, I've seen a couple things with drones, and it's funny because it just feels like you're in a seat in the sky. But I kind of, for some reason, I feel it's kind of nice that I can look up like this and see. It's like I can still see the propellers. It's like, oh yeah, I'm still.
That sense of security.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Something's
flying.
holding me up.
I'm just tiny. I'm not floating. I'm just tiny on a drone. But no, I took this guy and I suction cupped it to my to the hood of my car. And then just drove down the road. And there's something funny when you put it on the Oculus. There's something funny about you feel like you're just sitting on the hood of your car going 50 miles an hour, like looking around. And
How much does this run?
$300.
$300.
I'll put it
okay.
over here. This is.
And it captures video.
This will
images.
capture up to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Of video, and this is but this is a Ricoh, what's called a Theta, and it's so, it's a little funny. They've really kind of set it up so you a lot of the controls, the Wi-Fi kind of works that hooks to your phone. I never find that it works completely, but I can download everything. So you can download the photos with image capture on the Mac.
Are you using an SD card or anything of that sort? Or
No,
just direct
it's
to it?
all. There is no external storage,
Okay.
so it records everything internally, and then you pull it off via micro USB.
Okay.
And but it's a cute little.
What's the capture resolution?
And
on
I did,
that?
I just want to say for the record, I ordered black, and this showed up, and I needed it the next day. I needed the next day.
He ordered pink.
Was,
I don't believe him.
I really thought that it was
No,
really
pink's
good.
better. Pink's better. Now,
I
now
like
it
it.
draws attention.
I
People
like
will look
it.
at it. You get faces.
So anyway, yeah.
Well,
So
there's a question about that, which is so in the GoPro pod, people want to strap 4K cameras into there, Hero 4s.
Uh-huh.
But isn't that resolution just wasted if
No.
you're going to use them? No, it's not.
No. Yeah, so what you really want to be getting to is 6,000, 8,000 wide. The real problem right now is processing it. So we're processing a lot of stuff at 4K, and 4K just doesn't. The problem you have to remember is that I'm looking. So if I have a Gear VR on, I'm only looking at this small resolution, but it's only right in front of me. Every single time I turn, I need all of that resolution to be covered all the way around. So you really need something that's fairly large. And what you can see if you like in the Gear VR demos that you can download from, I think it's called Matter Image or something like that, is one of the demos that you can download on a Gear VR. You'll see images, like really high quality images that they put up, and then you really get to see what's possible with a Gear VR, with the Oculus. And what you want to see is video like that, and I really haven't seen, other than some of the stuff that's been 3D rendered, there's not a lot of people capturing at that quality yet, in a full 360. So you can do it, it's a lot of processing to then process that video. I know we've been using Video Stitch a fair bit to do that, and it's GPU based, and I can't even do the full res on my laptop, so I have to, we have big machines at 140 that process a lot of
Oh, I've seen them assemble them late at night.
in a panic.
In a panic as they're cursing. Going,
The
"What's
Theta, I believe the Theta does, I got a question in my ear, the Theta does, I think 4K is the image quality, and then the video is about HD.
HD.
But still, again, it feels a little soft, and the video isn't super high quality. But it's great. What if you're thinking about getting into this and you have an Oculus or you're thinking about doing development? I don't go anywhere without this because I'm always thinking like, what would the experience be like here? And I did one with my mom's birthday a couple weeks ago, and just set it out there. And the only thing that was weird is that I looked really weird because I was trying to stay still. So there's like this weird sun, stay not moving at all. And this thing, that when it gets rid of it, the only thing that really disappears is this disappears.
Well,
And so it just looks like you're holding, it literally looks like you're just holding your thumb out like this, like you want, and I captured something right here.
Do they make any of them with expandable storage? It would seem that
No,
that
this
would make sense.
I think that they're experimenting with this. I think it's kind of you know,
Still relatively new.
a dip
It
like
is
let's figure it out.
experimental, but as a premier filmmaker, as a content producer,
Yeah.
you've been playing with this. Where do you see the use cases? I mean, when will you want to break out the 360?
Well, I think that there's enormous amounts of possibility when it comes to education. So imagine being able to visualize the Pantheon and then see the Pantheon in its heyday. You know, being able to just like you were there, or a Civil War battlefield in the middle of the battle, or being able to experience, you know, sharks or anything else as if you were there. So there's a lot of experiential pieces. There's a lot in medicine. Imagine being able to imagine yourself inside of a heart, you know, and be able to, I mean, someone's actual heart, and be able to like look around and interactively see stuff rather than. It starts to take away this thing that I have to go grab onto something. I'm just looking around, you know, and I'm looking at whatever I'm interested in. I think there's going to be a lot with there's a whole world of development that's happening right now around interactive displays, so that I can reach out and touch things, or look over and tap things, depending on how that interface is going to work. But I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities there where you're really in an environment. Obviously, gaming is going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
But I think also, I'm not totally sold that concerts are going to be that big of a deal. I don't know if I really want to experience concerts that way, but I am interested in conferences. So imagine having the front row of the next conference that you'd want to go to, and you're just sitting there, and rather than waiting for the camera operator to do whatever, you're sitting there and you look over. You see the slides, you see the person, you see the next person, you see whatever. You know, we could put one right here, and you can just be looking at whoever's talking rather than waiting for cameras. You know, and so I think that there's a lot of opportunities there. I think that there is narrative opportunities. You know, we've been talking about doing some tests where, imagine, you know, the next generation, I think, of filmmaking in this area is for every scene, I'm going to think about the best vantage point for you to, rather than like I'm going to cut between all this stuff. There's going to be a scene, and, you know, we've seen that, you know, at a table, and I'm going to sit you and let you watch the whole scene occur around you while you're sitting at the table, and two people arguing or whatever. I mean, two people arguing, someone gets up, they, you know, shoot each other, you know, but you're like, you know,
and they're right next to you.
Yeah, they're right next to you. They all seem normal at the time, you know, and then we cut to the next scene, and now you're somewhere else. You're wherever it makes sense in that scene for you to experience that, that whatever that is.
It's amazing, but that's a completely different style of filmmaking, of content production.
It's
because
almost closer to it. I think that in some ways the interesting place to test this would be like on a theater stage, you know, where I'm going to, you know, instead of being back behind the fourth wall, I'm actually sitting on stage experiencing, you know, that process.
Not bad. I think where I would like to use it is probably, again, the concert setting. I know you said...
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think it'd be
want to see the concert.
Very cool to be able to see a concert from any vantage point.
Right.
And you can see what's going on around you. You can see what's going on the stage. I think that's exciting.
Yeah, I like the idea of putting it behind control panels, because I think it'd be something fun to watch guys like working away.
Oh,
and
that would be cool.
And you could just like look over and see what's going on. And with concerts, I think it would be good. I just don't know if I'd want to watch a 2-hour concert that way, but I think that it would be interesting to have, you know, for instance, we had looked at a couple big concerts recently, or festivals, hanging a couple of them so that you could like sit, you know, up above where the drummer is and just kind of look out on the whole
Or
thing.
I'm just thinking, even if it's an orchestra and you can be there within the orchestra and look around at what the violinist is doing, the viol. I think there's a lot of cool things that can happen there.
Or Alex, you've got a little poll here. You know, maybe we could see a presidential debate like this, where we could see if the audience is dozing off.
Exactly.
Look at different angles on the candidate.
Maybe they might not want us to see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of control there, I think, that we all want to maintain. That's all I have to say. Yeah. So.
Awesome. Let me ask you this question. They created a wonderful drone pavilion over in the South Hall, and the idea was all those manufacturers. Bring your products over here. They actually have a place where you can fly them, show it off, and I think that was supposed to draw in all those manufacturers so that there's one place you could go. But walking around the floor, I can't go 4 booths without seeing a new drone product, even from companies that I don't associate with drones. Have you seen a lot of that?
It's, you know, drones, 360, you know, those are, you know, cameras in general, like small cameras. You know, it's a lot of stuff. So.
There was a stealth company outside. They approached me. They they're developing a new tech. It's a X8, so it's an 8-rotor quadcopter, multi-rotor, and it actually sends up the copter on a cable. So you have power that's being supplied from ground, so it can stay up indefinitely. And the idea is it goes up 300 feet, and it's a broadcast tower for other drones that can fly around. Now you can get line of sight to absolutely everything, and they're not in the show, but it's that kind of tech where I think it's awesome, but that could also be incredibly dangerous.
I love it. That's all I gotta say. Love it.
Tethered multi-rotor.
Padre, thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
sir.
I'm going to go and continue my walk through
Browsing.
the
When's Leo talking?
5 o'clock? I think he's 5 o'clock. Is it
Yeah,
near?
that's in 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably go.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm in the wrong time zone. That's in
You're
2
always-
hours.
you're always
yeah,
the
yeah.
wrong
I have
time
no
zone.
time, no idea what time zone. My watch has a couple different time zones on it, and so I was looking at the wrong one.
There you go.
Gentlemen,
anyway-
thank you very much.
Hey, thanks
All
for
right.
joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of NAB.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will.
Thanks, guys. And we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. We'll be back soon.
So we're done
We are.
for today.
Lots riding on this. Look at me showing a little bit of.
They're talking to you, Gio, in the control room. Hello, stream. How are you? We've got some noise to compete with. The GoPro booth across the way is going
Loud.
insane. They're giving
They're
away
loud.
GoPros. So we're getting ready to come back from break, but just
Hi,
wanted to
John.
say hi to you. So we're paying attention in the chat room. I see Paul and Digital Phil and IT Serenity Rob in there.
Sorry, the video that we have, so we've got a whole bunch of samples. Hey, I'm John. How you doing? We've got a bunch of samples that the guys should have.
Yeah, they told us.
One of them is the actual one we have that has the little swoopy thing.
Oh, yeah.
We use that.
Right.
So we can show you, if you want,
Yeah.
you can have them show the blank
Okay.
version of it and then show
Oh,
ours,
okay.
so you can see what we did with it.
Are they ready to do that?
I'm going to go remind them.
Okay.
It should be all ready.
Okay, cool.
Clicky click.
So obviously, I'm Callie, by the way. Hi.
John.
Joel,
There
great
you
to
go.
meet you. That's
I'm
Giovanni.
Good to meet you.
So we actually use your, your service. The guys love it.
Let's look at John here real quick. Smile. We don't do cheese, John.
Yeah.
Cheeks.
That's cheeks. Right. We'll get started
Alrighty.
as soon as we're given the go-ahead, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, she just said hello. We're watching the chat room, guys.
Hello,
So
chat room. Hello, chat room.
Hello, chat room. My mic is acting up. Hold on. Okay.
So we do a rundown on what happens here.
Yes. So yeah, go ahead.
So basically, we'll come on. We'll do an intro with. You'll see us up on the screen. This right here will be about 2 seconds behind us, so don't let that throw you off. But they'll roll the intro. Callie and I'll talk for a little bit. Then you're talking to us. Super casual, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a conversation. Fun, goof off, have fun, and don't worry about the cameras at all. Except for when,
The cheering
if you
happens.
feel like getting really, close up and personal with the audience, then you're welcome to do so, but you don't have to.
I do not want to make assumptions, but is this fellow with you over here? Okay. I just guessing. Did y'all walk in the lobby and go,
chance, huh?
oh my God?
Are you flexible enough to like, there you go, because I'm going to be
Look at
calling
those.
on you
Good
to
gravy.
do that during the interview. I hope you're okay with that.
Good gravy.
We almost thought about having a second booth just to sell these things. As popular as our footage.
Yeah, but see, this is a thing where if you've got to be able to work those pants. You can't.
You got to feel confident on
Can't be
them.
selling those to
No.
anybody.
There you go. Work it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So where are you guys out from?
We're in Dallas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. How's
Where are you
Dallas
guys?
time of year?
It's starting to get pretty warm.
Yeah,
So
starting to hate it.
Starting to.
Yeah. We had 3 months of below 92 degrees, and then we're going to crank right back into it.
No,
Yeah.
you don't get a lot of humidity though, right?
Oh yeah, you do.
Well, we
Yeah.
get humidity, but
It's
not
a
as
tough-
bad as like Houston.
It's a tough town for fat people. I'll tell you that. Man, it warms up, man. You're like a pig in a blanket. 9
Giovanni,
months out of the
I
year.
really wish you wouldn't call me fat.
Okay,
On
well.
air, in public.
We're not live yet.
We are. We are live.
Okay. Oh, we are live.
We're always alive.
Yes, we are.
So we're out of DC. So
Okay.
we're kind of coming into the nice couple, like 3 months of the year.
Y'all get 4 seasons
Oh,
out of
nice.
the year.
We do.
We don't.
I am jealous of that.
It's nice, but the winter can be a drag, right? That can be
Yes, it can be.
It was rough for y'all this year.
Yeah, we're on air. We're
You wanna
kind of
come look at the
we
pants?
haven't really started, but we're on air. Yes.
Oh, no. we have always got time for a fist bump.
Hey.
So,
Hey, Joel.
Great.
Can you
Bring it
say
on.
something for us? What'd
Look
you have
at
for
that.
breakfast?
Fist bump.
Breakfast I had.
She is a pro.
All right, you're nice. Okay, they just wanted a mic check. I don't really care what you had for breakfast. Talk a little bit.
My mic's right.
You're hearing us, but not him. The audience isn't hearing Joel.
Yeah, the audience.
Oh, that's because he's not supposed to be live out there yet. That's what I'm being told. They're helping us out, making sure they're going to be able to hear everything.
Critiquing us.
And
criticizing
critiquing
us. All right, GoPro's done.
GoPro is done. That's good.
You guys do this all over, right?
Yeah. We didn't do a live broadcast, but we were at South by.
This is the first time I've done this with her. Pretty sure it'll be the last. So we'll see how this goes.
You should have some sort of like fight to the finish right here.
We have thought about like an Anchorman scene. We could all meet in an alley and split up in teams. You're not, see, she's got no sense of humor whatsoever.
It's a death stare.
It is a death stare. It is a death stare. Very familiar with it.
I can't hold it out too long.
No.
You did a pretty good job.
The problem is because I think that I'm funny, but no one else does. So.
You're so
Thank
funny
you.
and so handsome, don't you think, guys?
I've got smoke. I'm smoking
You
hot.
see, we got a nod over here.
Hey, what you doing? What
One
you doing
nod
later?
in a crowd is good.
What's your name?
At least you got one.
Favorite color?
Chris over here. Yeah? Is that Chris? Yes. Okay. You know what? At Starbucks, they didn't take our name, and then they called out the name, and I was like, what? How did you? Oh, right. Badges. We are ready, Dave. Hey guys, I'm dancing. Come on, Giovanni, come on.
I am not dancing.
It was good music.
No, you've done that to me before. I'm not dancing.
Did I trick you
Absolutely
last
not.
time?
No, I'm Gio.
And I'm Callie Lewis here at NAB Show Live 2015. It's been an amazing day already.
It's a great day so far, and the booths in front of us are rocking. They're loud.
They are.
We've got
GoPro is right across from us.
DJI.
DJI is
We've
right
got
across
prime
from
real
us.
estate here.
We really do.
We sure do.
Surprising. Hence the NAB show, huh?
Hence, you
Yeah.
would think that we were associated with it in some way.
Exactly. But we also are rocking the live audience. Hey, guys.
Look at this live audience.
How's it going out there? You having
Bunch
fun?
of hot-looking cookies out here. Look at you guys.
The guys charging over their phones. We have a charging station.
We do have a
They are
charging
glued to their phones. They're not even paying.
They don't know we're talking
any-
about them.
There we go.
I'm gonna check and
a couple of waves.
see if any of them have a profile on Match.com. Look at
Really?
them. My wife would not approve.
No, not so much.
She told me before I came here that a little bit of funny goes a long way.
She was
told
right.
me to shut up.
She
Yeah,
was right.
so.
She was right, Giovanni. So we actually have a great guest with us. I'm super, super excited. Joel from Video
Joel.
Blocks. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's
Okay.
an honor to be on such an amazing panel.
You have no idea
Wow,
yet.
you are good.
I got to
You
butter
are
you guys up. I don't know if
good.
these are hardball questions or...
Well, we like to make people cry.
We've done a background check.
You both look great today, by the way.
Thank you. Look at me.
So, how's NAB treating you?
NAB's great. It's a great show. I know everyone online can't see, but it's a packed house. A lot of
Yes.
people here. Good show, a good turnout.
Good, good. And I'm wondering if the good turnout for you specifically has anything to do with the wardrobe that you have on. Can you show us?
Can we see the hot
Can
pants?
you?
You mean
Look
these
at
old
you.
things?
Honestly, I mean, Joel shows up. and he's got this beautiful mug, and he's got the full package. Look at him. You are a good-looking man, and you're not afraid to show it.
You're a sweetheart. I
Well,
appreciate that.
I know good when I see it. This is nice.
No, you know what? And they're extremely comfortable to boot. So it
There
works
you
out.
go.
It's the full package.
Awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
So Joel, video blocks, a lot of people are aware of it, but a lot of people aren't. So for anybody who isn't, we use your service, but describe what video blocks is.
Yes. Well, thank you for being a customer.
Yes,
I appreciate
we
it.
love it.
So I think so Video Blocks is a subscription-based provider of stock video, right? So we shoot video all over the world, different countries, cities, skylines, time-lapse video clips, 4K shots from helicopters, explosions, effects.
Ooh, explosions. Did you hear that,
I heard
Giovanni?
explosions.
We've got some good. Yep.
I've used explosions to make terrible B-rate movies.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. So we create
There
these
you
creative
go. Look
elements.
at that.
There you go.
that.
Boom. We got to throw a bowling ball through a television on fire using a high-speed camera. And
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with that. And so our customers kind of range the gamut from the higher end, like you guys, NBC, ABC, to more of the sweet spot.
Oh, wow.
Listen to that.
Hold
That
up.
was a whole stick of butter.
I just want to call attention to the fact that he just put us on par with.
Are you sure you're on the right stage?
Absolutely. Look, I think we got the high-end guys, and we love you, right? But we're also priced for the everyman, kind of what we call the mass creative market. And I'd say of our 100,000 customers, probably 1,000 are high-end. The other 99,000 are hobbyists, enthusiasts, and freelancers who are just really trying to break into the world of creating video, and they want to be able to drop these high-quality assets into their productions, but don't have the budget to afford some of the alternatives like Getty or Shutterstock or some of the others.
Or even just to have to do it themselves. If they want,
Yes.
if they want to throw a bowling ball into a TV, you have to pay for the bowling ball, and you have to pay for the TV and the fire and
That's
the
right.
damage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep.
So y'all shot that yourselves. Do y'all accept footage from independent filmmakers that might want to participate in the platform and maybe generate a little extra income for themselves?
So it's very timely you ask, because our big announcement today here at NAB is that we're launching a marketplace for the first time that is wide open to anybody who shoots and creates content. You can actually start uploading your video clips, and when it sells, wait for it, we let you keep 100% of the profit.
So you're dealing with quantity, not quality.
Well, so we look at ourselves as a subscription-based company, right? So we're like Costco, where our members on average pay $99 a year, and that gets you unlimited download access to everything in our library. So about 100,000 clips that we've either shot ourselves or we've gone out and purchased or had created. So that's kind of the unlimited library. Now this new marketplace is a bolt-on. So as a member, you pay your $99 a year, you search for something like cherry blossoms, try to find it for free in the unlimited library, but maybe you find in the marketplace something Giovanni shot and says, you know what, this clip's perfect. And it's $49 for an HD clip or $199 for 4K, and that money goes right to the contributor who shot it.
Well, how are you giving away 100%?
So the way that we win is it helps with customer retention. So you go back to we have 100,000 customers. They're getting value from that unlimited library, but sometimes they need specific shots that we don't have, and they have to jump out to some of our competitors to buy them. So now with this marketplace, they can stay on Video Blocks and save money, because we're basically taking ourselves out as the middleman, taking that money that most stock houses take between 50 to 70% commission. We take zero. We pass some of that savings to the customer, so on average a 40% discount, and the rest of the money goes to the contributor, and they make on average twice as much money as they would make elsewhere.
That is awesome. So somebody like Giovanni, a photographer, videographer, can go create something, put it on your marketplace. Now, does he have to sell it only on your marketplace and nowhere else?
No, it's a great question. So I like to think, as contributor friendly as possible. Like, we not only do not require exclusive arrangements, we encourage people to also sell with our competitors, because you should make as much money as you can, right? So, Giovanni can go to contribute.videoblocks.com, sign up. It's totally free. Immediately start uploading content, tagging the content. It drops right into that live environment. Our customers currently do about 3 million searches per month on videoblocks.com. Yeah, and we actually, so we currently distribute over 1 million clips a month, which is, people don't know how much distribution we have. So as a contributor, your content will start getting some exposure right out of the gate.
So is there any quality control on that? Because if I go up there, the stuff I shoot is terrible. So if I go up there and start uploading all my home movies and things like that, is there something that's going to keep people from having to view that stuff, or is it complete free-for-all? I mean, it's seriously terrible.
No, and look, here's the thing. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we do also have quality controls.
Okay.
So we have a group that looks at each submission and will reject for reasons like bad quality, shakiness, codec issues. But if a clip is rejected, we take the time to actually give very specific comments to the creator to say, here's why it was rejected, here's what you can do to fix it, and get it up on the site.
Do you ever recommend to anyone that they maybe take a different line of profession?
No, we try to build dreams, not destroy them.
You do a very good job at building dreams.
Thanks.
Actually, I want to kind of show you guys what we did here at NAB Show using your service. And we didn't know when we created this that we were going to have you on. We just use your service all the time.
Very cool.
So it's not just videos. But if you take a look at one of the clips that we got from you, cue it up, Dave Curley in the control room. Take a look at this. The plane. There we go. So we downloaded this from you, and then Dave Curley did his magic and turned it into I give you NAB Show live intro. Starting now.
Starting now.
Starting.
Yep.
There you go.
It's great,
so,
right?
So the one behind the images is a 4K image.
Yep.
So.
Well, and so to your point, like you guys could have taken the time to create that, but it would have taken a lot of time.
Right.
And we provide the templates, right? So that was probably one of our After Effects templates. So we have a whole library of those. We've got the motion backgrounds. We've got the.
He's saying it wasn't a template, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, so you can kind of pick your own path, which is nice. So that's the beauty of the library.
Yeah.
It's there if you need it. It can make things easier, and you don't have to use it, which is nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So even your music, you have the audio blocks as well, right?
Yep.
And so we use that as well.
Yeah, we started with videoblocks.com, found that people really liked that subscription-based approach. We then launched graphicstock.com, which has vectors, icons, buttons, and design elements, about 250,000. And we most recently launched Audio Blocks at NAB last year, and it's production music, about 100,000 songs and sound effects.
And is the marketplace, does that include audio as well?
So today's announcement's just for video. We're going to start in video. And if things go well, if this model really takes off, which we hope it does, then we'll expand into our additional content types.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
And how much?
$99 a year, unlimited downloads, all-you-can-eat buffet. And you can use it in all types of media, whether it's a YouTube show or a Paramount distribution, right? Worldwide, forever, no limitations.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for sharing the announcement. I saw it come through. The press announcement just was announced like an hour ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So very exciting stuff. If you're a creator, definitely check that out and use their service. So we've got a lot of great stuff coming up. It's videoblocks.com, correct?
Videoblocks.com.
Now,
you got it.
Giovanni, he said all you can eat buffet, and I'm thinking I might go find
Is that
some
a fat
food.
joke?
No, I want some food.
You are like the Adam Levine of NAB to me.
Are you still on? Are you still on?
He's a good-looking man.
About his looks?
I'm glad you haven't heard me sing. You'd have a different opinion, but I
That's right.
appreciate that because he's a good-looking man.
I got a little meat on the bone, but that's okay.
Why don't you give him a kiss to end the show?
No, we're not doing that.
A hug?
No.
No?
I've got my personal space.
I'll get you a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you for
you,
having
Joel.
and visiting with us.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here at NAB Show Live 2015. We have a ton more great content for you all week and today, so stay tuned, geekbeat.tv/NAB Show.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take your pants and have a good time.
Awesome. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
So are you guys cranking for the next few days?
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
yeah,
way till
through
Thursday.
Thursday.
Till
Every
close
day through
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. So.
And then where do you
It's
go
good.
next?
We go home. Yeah. We get away from each other for a long time.
But no, I had an all-week like camping trip
That's
planned.
not, well, I will not be there. I'm not a camper. Look at me.
Well, Joel, thank you
I'm
so
not
much.
a camper. Thanks, Joel.
Yes, we'll do.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye. Hey, how are you?
How are you doing?
Oh, yes.
Look at
how
you.
are you? It's
Oh,
great to
you're-
see you. Yes, I remember.
You did, man.
Yes,
Let's
come
see
on
it.
up.
It's going to make me
They're
happy.
going to get them settled. Yeah, get it on the right.
Brightest LED light for sure.
It's a pleasure
Test,
to see you
test,
again.
test. She'll let you know when I
enjoying the
need
show? I know. It feels like it, right?
chat with us. So you get sound check.
Did you see the new news?
Check.
Geeks Life?
We've got
Oh, go check out.
lots to talk about, I'm sure.
We do.
You've seen some good stuff today?
Tell me what you'd like me to focus on with what you've got here. Yeah, we've got to note that the. Jim, what did you have for breakfast today, Jim?
Bagel and a little cup of fruit.
Was it delicious?
I ate the bagel on my way in this morning, and it.
I would recommend sausage and bacon next time. Yeah, yes, they're delicious. It shortens your lifespan, but they are delicious.
It's worth it. It
Yeah.
is so worth it.
Yeah, so I've got a note here that that your product's too big to bring to the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giovanni, this is unprofessional.
Yes, it is. Mhm.
Yeah. At least we have something to demo, and then we can
Yes.
talk about. So we'll start with that, and then get into the big announcement. If Gio takes it from you, then he's
Make sure you get it back.
no. Well, that too. But he may try to focus it on for the camera for the close-up shot and
probably
stuff,
right here, right?
which is
Okay.
over here. But we're hearing from the control room, so they may tell us to take it from you and do something.
And
so
I
if
don't
that
have-
happens,
I don't have.
I have
control
it.
room. Okay, so make-
Giovanni, you don't have yours in?
I do not have control room.
Okay, well I
I'm
do.
hearing that. That's why I looked like I was out of.
So
out
what
of
happened?
sorts.
Where
I don't
is
know,
it?
I don't have it.
Did it go down?
I didn't get one.
Oh, you didn't get one?
No. We're good though.
Okay.
We're good.
I'll direct you.
I'm
Okay.
consummate professional.
Why don't, can we remove that stuff?
Yes. I'm a professional.
You're such a
I-
professional.
Yes, I can move all this garbage off the stage. It's like I'm a hoarder.
How's NAB? Doing well?
Great. Yeah.
It's day one.
It's always a good show.
Yeah.
It's our 8th year doing the show.
We are.
Man,
I am
that is a
ready
lot of
for you,
time.
Dave.
This is the first time I've been to NAB. Yes. It's
Do you
everything I
Do you
dreamed.
say it Neela or Nyla?
We say Neela, but
Neela. Okay.
if you remember, we don't care really.
Okay. I always have to just make sure. Don't want to screw it up.
And there is
Neela.
no way to screw it up as long as you're calling us.
That's all you care about.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
I grew up with it. My last name is Sanfilippo, and no one.
Hey guys, I'm Callie Lewis.
I'm Giovanni.
Welcome to NAB Show Live 2015. I won't ask you to dance this time.
Thank you. That's embarrassing to me.
Is it?
Yes.
But
Yes,
dancing
it
is so much fun.
It is. Dancing is a lot of fun, but not in front of strangers. It's not.
These aren't
Dancing,
strangers.
you know, dancing
These are
is
our
weird.
friends.
I have always thought that dancing was very strange.
Huh.
I mean,
You're a strange man,
do this
Giovanni.
whenever you see like a scene of people dancing. Turn the volume down and look how dumb we look. It is just weird. Who started that?
I enjoy dancing, but okay.
Well, you
But
can enjoy it. It's still weird.
I also enjoy NAB Show.
I love this
because
place.
we get to hear about all the cool
So
gear,
many nerds and so much stuff.
awesome stuff.
Yes.
And
I
we
love
have
this place.
one of the best things about NAB Show is lighting. I love lighting for some
Mm-hmm.
reason. I geek out about lighting. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about it, but I love lighting. my retinas have been completely burned from 9 years on camera and staring into bright lights. So we actually have Jim from Nila here to show us how we can burn them even more, right?
Actually, quite the opposite.
Opposite, awesome.
Yeah, so we're using very high brightness LED technology, and there's no UV in the beam, which is what causes that retinal burn.
Oh.
And if you've got a crack in an HMI lens and you've got the light hitting you, you can actually burn your retina. It can put you in the hospital, right? So it's why it's very important with any of your HMI to make sure that the optics are properly used and not cracked or split.
See what a perfect setup that was?
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah, not rehearsed at all. Yeah, so with LED technology, you don't have that problem. And with our tech, we're basically replacing HMI. So what I've got here in front of me is a Zala, which is about a 200 watt HMI replacement. And we go all the way up to a 2500 watt, which is our new fixture for the show, the Arena. And it's too big to bring up here. It's 12 times the light output of this guy.
Wow.
Right? But it draws 800 watts of power.
So you say it's like the brightest thing ever.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, it's the brightest LED fixture manufactured today. And you've got a good throw, a good 1,000+ feet you can use, usable light, or you can put in one of our holographic lenses and spread that light out tremendously to give you all sorts of flexibility. And it's with our whole line of fixtures.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll say that's one of the challenges with LED because you get yourself in a situation where they're compact, they're small. This is a little bit larger unit, and it feels like it's probably for the power, just from the heft of it. But one of the biggest challenges that we have now working with LEDs tends to be getting enough light on a subject and getting that throw the way you would with incandescent. So as far as you guys being able to achieve that, what is the secret in the product that allows you to produce without giving all? There are 15 light manufacturers out here, so be careful what you say. But talk to us about how you guys achieve that.
Well, we've been doing it a long time. So this is our 8th NAB as an exhibitor, and we've been shipping product that long. So we really concentrate on the LEDs to start, finding the proper LED, then using the right optics to really focus all of that light that's being produced forward. So the optics that we're using are 95% efficient. And so all the lumens that are being created are being delivered to the subject. That's really the key. And then powering them correctly. You talked about the heft of this. It's pretty much all heat sink. Right?
Okay.
Well, you need to pull the heat away from an LED to really have it have any kind of longevity and get any performance out of it. And we design all our fixtures without any fans in them, so it's all passively cooled, so it needs to have that heft. And part of that also makes them very, very durable. I'm not going to damage your desk, but I could pound nails with this.
Please don't.
We do have 4 more days to go, so come back on Thursday at 1:30. Let's do it.
Yeah, and we'll
in the show.
damage the desk, and it's one of the demos that we originally did. The very first customer that used this was the James Bond movie Quantum of Solace.
Oh, wow, okay.
Very nice.
And the demo went basically, how durable is the light? And with it on, I just started pounding the table like I was pounding nails. And the executive producer was like, oh my God, the guys can't break it. We have to have it.
Yes.
And so they used all the moving vehicle shots, used it. A couple of the cars crashed, as they will in stunt sequences. Lights were just fine. In fact, those lights are still being used today in rental inventory.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Can you turn the light on for us? Or
You bet.
You're pointing right at my face. Turn it on.
I'm going to point it down to start because I don't
we
have a lens in there. So
wow.
We've got a very narrow beam, and I don't know if we're
pointing
getting
it
that
at the back.
Yeah,
there we go.
got it in the back there. So
There we
you can see a very narrow beam, and if I use one of our holographic lenses, which I have here in my pocket, is a 10 by 60 degree. So you can see how the holographic lenses spread the light out. So we've got 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, and this 10 by 60 degree lens that really shows it. The key with the holographic lenses is it's not trapping the light. So they're 90 to 99% transmissive. So they're not trapping any of the light. A traditional Fresnel fixture will trap about 35 to 55% of the light.
Is it really that high?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
and so you're at 95%?
Right.
Wow.
So
what
bright light.
When we're talking to folks here at NAB, you've got different sizes of these lights.
Yes.
What is the typical customer for the different parts of the line for you guys?
it varies greatly. So the Zalo, which is what we got here, is our smallest. A lot of ENG use. There's a lot of high-speed photography use because it's flicker-free at almost any frame rate. The Varsa, which is the next size up, it's double the light output of this. Still run off of an Anton Bauer battery or AC. It's very popular with the sort of upper end news crew that does a lot of traveling.
Okay.
The Boxer, more studio use, replacing a 1,000, 2,000 watt fixture. And then the Arena, which is our new one, is really meant to replace big 2,500 watt or bigger HMIs.
Okay.
You're going to be in studio for that, not moving around at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a replacement for a stadium fixture.
Okay.
So it will replace the whole field of play.
Okay.
With
And are we getting a large, or actually any benefit in efficiency of usage of electricity out of these, or is this comparable to traditional lighting?
No, it's much better. So this draws 45 watts of power and replaces a 200 watt HMI. The Varsa, 75 watts, replaces a 400 watt HMI. The Boxer at 200 watts replaces an 800 watt HMI. And the Arena draws less than 800 watts of power and replaces that 2,500 watt HMI.
Wow.
So huge.
So a fourth on average.
Do we have any ability to dim
100%.
on any of
yeah.
yours? Oh,
so
it is all the entire line.
Yeah, so 0 to 100% dimming.
Nice.
We give you a little LCD readout so you know where you are.
Okay.
Whatever level you leave that at is where it'll come back to when you power it back on. You can also dim it through DMX.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Right? So you have that control.
And what about temperature?
So we do them either in daylight or tungsten
so you're
balance.
going to buy for that purpose.
Most people are using the daylight balance because they're wanting to compete with daylight.
Right.
Either a news crew that's got a window in the background, or just outside daytime. Yeah. They're Shimera brackets are also built in.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yep. So, and what are we looking at cost-wise? What are these retailing the whole family?
So they're, thank you.
Here you go.
It's been a long day already.
Yes,
First day
I know how
of
it
NAB.
goes. I know how it goes. So, what were you going to ask, Giovanni?
The retail.
Retail. So MSRP, what we call the deluxe kit, is you got 6 lenses, set of color correction, barn doors. For the Zala, it's about 1,300, and then goes up for the Arena is about 9,000.
Okay.
That is an awesome line.
Yes, it is. I like it.
I want to try it myself. I would like to get away from the non-burning retinas.
Well, it can be an issue if the light's not properly maintained, an HMI light, you can have that problem. And we see a lot of the news agencies with the on-air talent. If you've been burnt once, literally been burnt, you're like, you don't want to step in front of the camera because you're like, am I going to the hospital?
Yeah.
So
right.
you really need to trust your crew. Are they maintaining their equipment?
Yeah.
There's none of these issues with this.
That's fantastic. So what's the website where people can find out more?
Nila.com. Nila.com.
Nila.com. Thank you so much, Jim,
Thanks,
for your time.
Pleasure.
And we appreciate you being here at NAB Show and coming away from your booth. So we'll let you get back to the busyness at your booth and your customers. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us all day long.
Thank you.
You want to say anything to the people?
No,
okay.
I'm not
He's
full of
not.
a lot.
We've got a lot more coming
I've got
up.
to save up the lines for the next segment.
Giovanni, That's Giovanni. I'm Callie Lewis. We'll be right back with more.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I happened to see you. I heard you talk about mounting on cars.
He did well, didn't he?
If you don't know, this is Roberto Schaefer who shot one of us all.
How you doing?
Hey, it's a pleasure. How are you?
Yeah, I used the predecessor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yes. Knew he was heading out. Hey, how are you? Dana. Hey, Amy. It's great to meet you. Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. What are you here for? Are you? Okay. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Well, did you hear in the news about the new show that we launched? Okay. Yeah, right up on stage from Cali. While I'm down there, I'm Luria. It's a little, yeah, but. No, we've got everybody. John's back there somewhere. We've got, we got Giovanni. We've got Scott. We've got Leslie Samuel. We've got everybody. And Alex Lindsay, if you know him, he's been joining us. So he's done for today, I believe, but he'll be here tomorrow. Yeah. No, yeah, he's physically here. That's a good thing. So come back tomorrow midday. Like he's here if you want to say hi to him.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No. I'm glad to hear you guys. You too. How are you?
Can you tell me what you had for breakfast this morning?
Say what?
Tell me what you had for
Oh,
breakfast.
sound check.
No, I really want to know.
It's at the diner.
Really? Yeah. No problem. Yeah, these are about $250. They're called Warrior Creek. Warrior Creek. It's warrior-creek.com. But we're just walking around here, running around, stuffing things in. Yeah, no problem.
Well, this is awkward. In order to show what the quality is. Yes.
Who are you having a disagreement with?
With me already? With my wife. He asked me.
Nice.
That's awkward.
Hi, I'm Callie.
Hey.
Nice to meet you. I'm
I'm
way over
Giovanni.
here.
Good to meet you.
There we go.
Good to meet you.
So when we get started, we are just kind of going to have a fun, casual conversation. So don't feel the need to, be, Oh, you can totally do your dance.
You can dance all you want, and I'll watch.
Can you adjust his mic?
Yeah.
What? Say again, sorry. Huh?
That's much louder. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Hey, control room.
And size voice.
Is his mic okay? Okay, it's good.
They said your mic was fine. I didn't have to touch your face.
Cool.
Wow.
Oh, you
just
got
wanted
control
to?
room now?
Completely unnecessary. Yes.
So anyway, Giovanni and I will talk to it.
Okay, I've got to touch your face again. This time I have to, though.
Just enjoy it while it lasts. Just
There's a
touch
sliding back,
the.
Dave.
Yeah, grab that and then push it back. No, you have to grab the back. There you go.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, Dave, no Dave? All right, we're good.
Hang on a second.
It's not as bright without the light, though.
So when we go live, we're live now, but when we go on
liver.
air, liver, more live, Gio and I will talk to the camera, and then we'll introduce you. At that point only will you be on camera. You're just talking to
talking to
us.
us, having a conversation with us.
We like
I'm
to
gonna get
see your
dressed.
beautiful face as opposed to it facing the other people.
Oh, the money box is going. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well,
He
I'll
might
have
do
to get
that
to know the
during the
guests.
interview. Just go with it.
We'll talk earlobes in a minute. Oh, boy. Off the rails. Okay.
All right, we're about to get started.
I'm not dancing.
I don't know what to do, Giovanni. I don't know what to do.
We ran the risk of almost having our guests start dancing. It's maybe the last time I do that this week.
I think it would be awesome. We've got Tom from Airbox Lights.
Yes.
Hey.
And I like what I'm seeing there, but you're going to show us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into it, we are here at NAB Show live.
Pound NAB Show.
Pound NAB Show. That is a good point, Giovanni.
We haven't said that once yet.
We haven't.
No,
How dare
pound,
us?
Pound the...
You know, the cool kids actually call it
The
a
hashtag.
hashtag.
I know.
A hashtag. So use that on Twitter, and you will show up on our social wall here at the booth.
Yes, I'm trying to find the camera too.
I know.
So let's get out of this. Let's get out of this.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much. Oh goodness! Look at that. The tag board's up.
Yay, tag board!
You want to see the things that we think are appropriate? You can go to geekbeat.tv/tagboard. There's only been a couple of things that couldn't make it up there because they weren't family friendly, but
okay then.
it is Vegas.
But Airbox Lights are family friendly.
They are
Very
family
friendly.
Thank you for
They're
that.
travel
segue.
friendly. They're comfort
Yes.
friendly, but that's not. They're not really pillows.
They look like
They
pillows.
could be. I could see that being used as a pillow in a
Travel
pinch.
pillow, maybe?
Yes.
In a pinch.
Yes.
Well, they are really, they are kind of for people who travel a lot, for shooting crews who are on the go all the time. But
You give us a little bit of
what they
rundown.
do?
We got questions for you.
Well, everyone loves LED lights, right? They're all the rage.
Love
There's
'em.
34,000 booths in there
Yeah.
showing LED lights.
Wow.
They're cool, but they don't look that great on people, right?
Correct.
So what I make is a cure for the quality problems of LED lights. It's a softbox, seen those before, just another way of doing it. Another better, lighter, faster, more portable, more affordable way of doing it. You got to get the diffusion out in front of the source, or else it doesn't make it any bigger, and then it doesn't really make it any softer. So what I got here is a little air chamber that does just that. I can turn it on now.
Okay. Don't look into the light, Giovanni.
Yeah, do not
Don't look into the
directly
light.
in the light.
But
it's diffused now. That's actually
Yeah.
quite,
Like it's not
that is
that bad
quite
to
That
look
is
at.
not bad at
actually.
all.
Yeah. Like
And I'm assuming you're able to use.
Let's turn it
the-
around a little bit more towards here.
There
There
we
we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
And I'm assuming you're able to develop that as an air pillow essentially because it's the LED and we're not projecting
Exactly.
any heat off of that.
Exactly.
Right.
There's a lot of things that you can do with LEDs that you can't do with our regular traditional stuff. Like, don't put this in front of a hot light. Just don't. We're not going to talk about what happens when you do that. Just
Actually,
don't,
I
don't
think
do
we
that.
saw it with the Video Blocks
The
interview
Hindenburg?
earlier.
Yes.
The explosions.
The bowling ball and the TV.
Yeah,
yes.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. But it makes LED lights look a whole lot better on people. But what's cool about it is how it packs up down to just a little sandwich like this, or you can roll it up, or you can stick it in your pocket or
So
whatever.
you can travel easier with it.
Yeah, you can travel fabulously easy with it.
This would totally be a pillow. And
Did
a
you
band
guys
van.
start with like a hard case and decide on the
No,
soft? Or
it
did
was
you-
it was because I was gaffing a bunch of reality shows somewhere in the last decade, and then the little light panel bricks became all the rage, and I was just like, every time I saw a shot that they were lighting with on camera, I was just like,
ah.
I was just embarrassed, and I said, I think we can do something about that. But since it was for on-camera lights, it couldn't weigh a lot, and I'm like, how about an inflatable softbox? And here I am, X tens of thousands of dollars and years of effort later. And all that, but they work. People buy
they look
them.
like
It
they
makes
work
LED
fantastic.
lights look
Yeah.
a whole lot better.
Now,
Yeah.
do they all come with the same texture here, or do you sell these with different textures?
Well,
or-
what you got here
Describe the
is
texture.
the front layer is half soft frost. Popular gaffers and grips love it. You know, very efficient diffusion. We all use it. That's the basic level, and that's what's baked in. And then there's a sleeve so that you can add more.
Oh,
More of your tried and true
there you
favorites like
go.
250, which is what that is, which I also sell as an
Nice.
accessory
Well,
with
how
it.
convenient.
That's so crazy, right?
And they're probably cut to the right size.
Yeah, and they exactly
Wow.
fit. It's like, and there's
Wow.
some other things in there too, like quarter orange that everybody wants to use with their LEDs, a
Fantastic.
little minus screen, plus screen, that kind of
I
thing.
know Dave Curley, our producer, gets frustrated with the little boxes
Yeah,
on,
they look
on
lousy.
cameras as well. Do you sell any? that
Yeah, I've got a
are
bunch of sizes.
Really small. Okay.
This is the most popular one.
Okay.
Because the 1x1, come on, 1x1s
Well,
are great.
1x1s,
Everyone uses
yeah.
them. But you know what's even cooler that I just discovered a couple days ago, and I would have brought up except everyone's playing with it in my booth, is this flat sheet of LEDs that fits right into the back of this. So you get a light with a softbox with no big light behind it. It's the Westcott Flex. And, yeah, you're welcome. And the whole thing is just this little sandwich like this.
Do those fold up also, or no?
Not so much. We're not there yet.
You started doing. I'm like, I don't know.
They don't fold that much. You're familiar with it then?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you fold it like this, stick it in the middle of the sandwich,
Perfect.
and you get a little overhang, and you still get a pretty much flat sandwich. Generously 2 inches, not even 2 inches thick.
But still.
3 of those in a small bag,
Yeah.
and you're good to go. You know.
Fantastic. I like this idea.
Yeah,
I like this
it's.
a lot.
I'm not saying it's the only way to skin the lighting cat of softening LED
There never
lights.
is a single way to do anything, which is the brilliance of kind of new media and people doing it on not the cheap, but at lesser expensive budgets than traditional media.
A lot of different ways to do it. I mean, of course, the best way to soften it, get a big frame out in front of it, and that's going to need a stand, and that's need a guy to set it up, and that's great. That's what I do for a living, but except for the other half of my living, it's not this half. Yeah, you can do both.
So talk about sizes and prices.
Sizes and prices. This is the 1x1. People like this one. Retail on this one's $85 or a little north of 100 with the egg crate.
Okay.
But B&H and Amazon, there's the show specials, of course, through the 19th, 20% off.
Is that something people can take advantage of at home or
Yeah,
just here?
they can do it. They can do it from home. If you look for airbox lights on Amazon, and you scroll down, there's a code down there that it says it right there. You just have to read. You just have to read the listing, and then you can get the discount.
That is a great price. And I'll tell you what,
and that's the most expensive one. And it goes down from there. I've got a 1/2x1 and a small one that fits most of your little on-camera ones.
Okay.
Are you in love, Giovanni?
Well, I like it, and you'd have to kind of be out in the field and use this for quite
Yeah.
a bit. But the thing that looks, softboxes are a nightmare to deal with.
Yes.
With the rods that get you
yeah,
in the eye.
yeah. I poke myself in the eye at least once a day with a softbox.
And then they break.
Or you lost a rod. You
Or
lost
they
a rod.
lose it, yes.
Oh, you brought the wrong speed ring. I am so sorry it won't work today.
I love the self-contained. Wow.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it.
do
Even if
like
the
that.
light's the wrong size, just tighten the straps a little more. Or like,
What's
or,
our
I mean,
Velcro for?
We got Velcro in a couple places.
Yeah.
The bits up here, are so that you can attach the egg crate,
Okay,
like I'm going to
gotcha.
ungracefully show, like that. And then the Velcro inside the mounting flaps is because it tacks right onto the light. So if you're not in the mood to strap it on because you're too busy.
So does the Velcro come in the kit? Or
Yeah, that comes with it.
Awesome.
Just so that you can, it just makes it a little more convenient. And this is necessary to put the egg crates on.
Okay, it totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well,
Awesome.
Tom, thank you so much.
No, go take
Airboxlights.com or where? And we've lost them.
Yeah, and we're gone.
Airboxlights.com. Yeah, that's us.
Perfect. That is
Fantastic.
great. I can't wait to give those
Great.
a try.
I like that.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
All right, you guys, what are you thinking about all this gear that we're showing you? Make sure that you use that, he calls it a pound sign? Is that what you called it?
That hash brown NAB show.
Hashtag
We have lots of
NAB
lectures
show.
about the branding. So NAB show would be the hashtag and the @ sign.
Head on over to geekbeat.tv/NAB show. Look at the camera, not the monitor. Look at the camera.
Dave is chastising me in my ear.
Dave is in our
I'm
ear
about to
yelling
lose
at
the
us.
ear. Thank y'all very much for hanging out with us. We'll be right back. We got more very cool camera photography related stuff coming.
And if you're a photographer, be sure to stay tuned for the panel later today.
Yes.
We've got Hasselblad. Hasselblad. I was like, that doesn't sound
Schneider
right.
Optics. We've got Z-Light.
We've got
Xylight.
We've got a bunch of people.
Yes, we've got
So
good stuff
stay
coming
tuned for the panel on photography as well later today. We will be right back.
See ya. We're going to have to ask you to leave. Please don't
This
heckle
is a
us.
closed set.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Scott, we need somebody's got. Are we live? Okay. The cameras way over there are actually catching us, believe it or not. Hey guys, we're live here at the 2015 NAB show, and we have got the big money booth over here. So if you're sitting over there, you're going to miss all the fun over here because we're about to shove Kristen in the booth to grab for cash. So how did you get to be so lucky? Do you even know?
Well, I got selected because I was one of the every 100th registrant for NAB, and a special 100K members become part of a 100K club where we get to hang out together. It's a lot of fun, and we also get a wonderful chance to embarrass ourselves and have great facial, strange faces, basically, as we are grabbing for a chance to win some money and some coupons.
But you're going to get paid for it, so I guess, right, yeah. So, yeah, you mentioned the coupons. In my greedy little hands here, I've got free coupons for Pro Tools, for Media Composer, a whole bunch of NAB show $10 off coupons, and then, of course, we've got all the cash. So we're going to shove you in the booth, and you're going to grab all the money you can grab, and then when you get out, it's fake money in there. But that's okay, because when you get out, we're going to exchange it for the real stuff. So I'm going to open up the old chamber door here and toss those in. Don't worry, they're going to go crazy. Come on in. And I hope you're not claustrophobic. No, I'll be all right. It's like being in a glass shower, except with a GoPro. Nice. Okay, are you ready? Yep. Scott's going to hit the start button in a moment, but we'll count you down so you got it. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Grab City, baby. This is much harder than it looks, and it looks pretty hard. Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. I see a coupon in hand, though. That is way harder than it looks, isn't it?
It is, because it keeps hitting you in the body instead of going towards your hands.
Exactly. Come on out. Let's see what you got. And that counts. You can keep that one. Yeah, that counts. That counts. Okay, let's see what we got. Here, Scott. Help with the count. Jake's going to redeem us for real cashola here. You want to? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a $10 coupon, which I suppose you just get to keep the coupon there.
Sounds like a plan.
And there is, and we will swap it for the real cash. So, like $19 in 20 seconds, not too shabby. If you could make that money like all the time, you'd be really, really doing well. Well, thank you for joining in. Who's next? Jake, who do we have next? You coming next? All right, Carlos. Are you feeling adventurous? Yep. Do you want to wear your badge? Because it's going to flap up and hit you in the face. All right, let's do it. Here we go. You're going to have 20 seconds. Grab everything you can. Don't step on any of the valuable coupons because then they won't come up to you. Here we go. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. He's got a good methodology there. Just cram them in one hand. Just shove them in your hand. It does not matter. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. How'd you do? How do you feel you did? You think you beat Kristen? Come on out.
Thought it would be easier.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Come on over here. All right, Scott, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah. That's why we use the fake ones and then we exchange them for the real ones.
All right, there's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get better density. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's the trick is you got to like really cram them in there, get the density in there. All right, yeah, no coupons. There's still a bunch of coupons laying around in there. All right, we'll put these back in, load it up. One more lucky participant. Who's next? Tony? All right, Tony, you feeling lucky? No. I wouldn't be either if I were you, sir. There you go. That's the way to do it. Clear it out. Okay, you ready? Deep breath. Oh, wait, hang on. These are like almost out of play up here. We got to get these back in play. They're stuck everywhere. Sweet. No coupons in there, right? So, yeah. There we go. Okay, here we go. 20 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm telling you, this is hard. Isn't it? It's ridiculous. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. Yes. Clutch my precious. My precious. That's awesome. All right, here we go. One. There's one down there. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, bigger hands. It counts, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you, everybody, for hanging out and enjoying the 2015 NAB show. We'll get your cash to you right there. We've got more of these giveaways every day at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, so come around and watch everybody make fools of themselves. If you want to just hop in here and give it a try, we'll let you do it. We just won't give you the cash. See you later. Thanks, guys. Okay, stay with the show. We've got a whole lot more interviews coming back for you, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We are back up.
All right. Somebody said in the chat room that they need Lisa Laporte in there. She'd empty the box. I guess she's good at, I don't know.
She manages money for Leo.
Yes, that's a good way. Okay.
No accountants allowed in the money box.
No accountants allowed.
Because they'd walk in there and say, I'm putting my hand up against the top and I'm pressing. Don't get the secrets away.
Yeah, no, we were talking about the secrets. We were talking about the secrets here up on stage of how to get the money in the money booth, but we won't share that with you just in case anybody here is hearing
Yeah, because there are secrets.
There are.
You
there
can
are
walk
tricks.
away from threes with threes of dollars.
Exactly.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
We're doing a mic check.
We're doing a mic check.
What did I have for breakfast? I had yogurt, and I had this bizarre little sandwich thing that was served at the hotel that I really don't know. Want to
Bizarro
know
sandwich.
what was in it. Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I want to test that. But there we go again with. There we go with the yogurt again. Yeah, everybody's having yogurt. You are.
Everyone is so
are you
healthy.
a health nut? A health nut? Like, are you into health food?
You look healthy.
Well, I mean, after all of that, then I had a beer.
All right, a beer. All right.
For breakfast, I would say that's a good way to go. All right, bye guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye. I like to call people out as they leave.
People are calling people out. That made me uncomfortable. Good gravy.
Okay.
Well,
that's a very good thing
paying
to
off.
do. All right, we're about to go, so. Hey guys, welcome back to NAB Show Live 2015. I'm Callie Lewis.
I'm Giovanni.
And you don't say your last name?
My last name
Is
is
it too much?
Galucci. You know,
Giovanni
Giovanni's
Galucci.
enough. Luigi is my
Giovanni
middle name.
Luigi Gallucci.
Yes.
It sounds so awesome. You should say the whole name.
And Gloria Petrucci.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
a
my real
mess.
name.
No, give these people a break.
Two
I'm
Italians
Giovanni.
up here.
I'm Giovanni.
He's taking it easy on you.
Yeah.
You know, conferences like NAB Show don't always take it easy on you because they take it easy on you because you get to see all the great stuff.
Yes.
But it is a rough week because
is a
you're
very
go,
rough
go,
week.
go,
Yes.
go. How about Don from Schneider Optics? How's NAB Show treating you?
It's treating me pretty well so far.
Good.
cool.
It's day one, so it's easy. It's easy day one, right?
Pretty easy, yes. But I've been here since Thursday, so
Oh.
it's been a while.
So
Sounds
I'm
like
excited to talk to Don.
Are you?
Because Don has some very, very cool stuff.
Giovanni is just going to get right on into it.
All right.
And everyone in
He's
the control
excited.
booth is already claiming dibs on. They don't even know what you have in front of you. They just know that you deal with lenses and glass, and that's
Yeah.
all that matters.
That's
Well,
what we
Schneider
do.
Optics, I mean, you guys have been around for forever.
We've
so.
been making lenses for over 100 years now,
Yeah.
so I think we've pretty much got everything figured out.
Absolutely. Well, let's see
it.
the cinema lens over here and talk to us a
Yeah,
little
this
bit
is
about.
this is a part of our latest series. This is our Xenon FF Prime series, which are full frame motion picture lenses. They're 14 aperture blades, so they create a very circular iris. They're constant volume. There's no breathing. Very well designed lenses. We have 5 in the system now, from 25 millimeter through 100. We'll be
That looks
adding
smooth,
a 135
Giovanni.
It's
next.
beautiful.
Very
It's
smooth.
absolutely beautiful.
That looks great. Yeah.
And they'll cover the
feels good.
5K Dragon as well, the red camera.
What other do y'all specialize in specific mounts, or do you make these for anybody that comes to you? I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous.
Well, we offer them in a number of different mounts. This particular one is a PL mount, but we also offer it in EF Canon mount, Nikon, Pentax, assuming not Pentax, but Nikon and Canon and PL. That's
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's
You've
already
been here
a
since
long show.
Thursday.
Yeah, I've been here since Thursday.
And typically, what line do you sell the most of when people come to y'all looking for the cinema lenses?
This is our most popular line. It's a
Okay,
very good
PLs.
price point. Most of the lenses in the most focal lengths in this series are $4,000.
Okay.
So they're very reasonable. The image quality is extremely competitive at that price point.
Okay.
We're very happy with the
So
results.
those are for filmmakers,
Right.
dragons, things like that. You've got some lenses for other cameras.
We do,
as well.
which is I started to get confused there and mentioned the other mounts, but we manufacture specialty lenses for still photography, which are also used in cinema, tilt shift lenses, and we also offer a higher end cinema lens, motion picture taking lenses called our Cine Xenar 3.
Okay.
And they're 18 iris blades, very, very nice, high resolution, Super 35 coverage.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got an
Is
iPhone
that-
here.
I do, and I also have
I was
filters.
pointing towards the weapon-looking thing over there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's we'll get to that
We'll
in
get
just
to
a
that?
second.
All right.
Let me show you this. This is last year we introduced our True Streak filters, which give you an anamorphic flare effect. And this year we're showing kind of a fun filter that's based on that technology. We're calling our True Streak confetti filter, which gives you more of a kind of a fireworks type of look. We think it'll be real popular for a lot of music videos and fun things. But if you take a look at that and point it at a point light source, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I don't know if our product
We're
camera
gonna try.
can get this.
You really
Yeah,
need a
but-
light behind you.
Yeah.
Let me see if I
You
can.
have a-
Oh, you can kind of see.
Let's see if we can
Let's
do
see.
this.
We're
for you,
gonna
Dave. Hang
do
on.
this. We're gonna show you guys how this works. There we go.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
you
Back
go.
a- yeah,
See
back
it
away
better.
So
from
explain the
this
effect. I mean, you can kind of see it, but
I'm going
what would we
backwards.
use this for? Don, how would we use this? You know,
Well, it's going to give you all kinds of streaks in different various colors. It looks like a fireworks almost,
Yeah.
a sparkler, if you will, of different colors. So it's going
I
to
love
depend
that.
on the light. The effect is going to vary, but any point light source, it'll just sparkles out. It looks really cool.
I love that a lot.
and you
That's
have
beautiful.
different varieties of these, so you can
Yeah,
get
different
effects
sizes
and
all
different
too.
sizes.
Yes, different colors.
That's awesome.
Well, let's talk about what you've got there with the iPhone.
Yes,
Yes.
this weapon actually
This
goes
weapon.
along with the system.
Oh.
This is part of our iPro lens system, which we've been making now since the iPhone 4.
Yes.
And what we decided, we thought that people, at that time, we figured people were probably going to stop using their point-and-shoot digital cameras because the phones built into these, or the cameras built into these phones was improving to the point we saw people using them for their everyday photography a lot, way back in the iPhone 4 days. And so we thought, why not develop a system of really high-quality lenses so people that are using them seriously can expand and have more versatile
Well, and we
cameras.
have seen a huge growth in the mobile photography and
That's correct.
videography market.
And it's
you're
funny because
using it, your
even
daughters
this
are
year,
using it.
Yeah, I mean, because we're shooting a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff at NAB with phones, with GoPro, some of the Kodak small
Yes.
cameras, and we're even testing a complete workflow this week with nothing but GoPros, iPhones, and the iPad as a complete editing platform. No, other computing power at all, and we're doing multi-track editing. And so this it's interesting that a company that creates this kind of quality always also sees the value in this market, which we can snicker and sneer at sometimes, but there's some beautiful stuff that comes out of the mobile.
They're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard actually Apple has posted huge, like building-size billboards. There's one in
25
Dallas.
stories tall, and that's,
Yeah,
Austin
25
Man.
stories tall.
We're-
Using things like this.
We're showing, in our booth, we're showing a Bentley commercial that was shot with our lenses on iPhone 5S.
Yeah.
Let's see them. Show us what you got there.
There's 5 different lenses. They all store in the handle.
Okay.
So depending on how many lenses you have in your kit determines how long your handle is. If you expand your kit, then you get a little extension tube here so that
Okay.
your handle keeps growing as you add different lenses.
It's like a,
I can
like a
see
Chinese
this,
doll.
I can see
like
this a topic of conversation at a party.
Russian,
Yes.
yes, Russian stacking
I'm going to have to
lenses.
ask the crew to refrain itself in our ears.
Okay, so we have a
Ignore
wide
Dave.
angle, we have a super wide, we have a fisheye, a macro,
Wow.
and a telephoto.
That is fantastic.
The super wide was actually developed for a software company that produces a director's viewfinder for iPhones called Artemis.
Those are really well
That is
made
awesome.
too. I love picking up gear and just that initial impact of the build and the weight of something. I mean, you can tell these are really, really well made lenses.
There was a British press photographer that used these to cover the Olympics. They're very popular, particularly for journalism. A lot of specialty uses. Realtors use them. They can handle it. It's all glass and aluminum. They're very well engineered. They're actually miniature versions
You can-
of the larger Century lenses that we make.
You can feel the quality
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
hold them. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
it's not heavy or anything, but it's well
You can-
made.
it's
You can
solid.
feel the.
Can you pull up a camera here on one of these? And let me show you
Yeah.
the second.
So we put a case on our iPhone
That's
in
correct.
order to use these, and then
Right,
we
and
just
we also
screw
have
it
a
in.
handle, which is kind of neat.
Oh, nice.
On the bottom of this has a 1/4-20 socket. The iPhone 6 case already has 1/4-20 sockets built on both
So
sides.
part of the case itself,
Right.
or
Let's, here's
the
a wide
kit.
angle. That'll be.
There we go. It becomes a handle.
Yeah,
uh,
it does,
on the
and
tripod.
it can be longer, of course.
Smile. I'm going to take a picture on your phone. You guys look adorable.
There
Look
you
at
go.
y'all.
Smile it up, guys. Smile
Cute
it
as-
up.
As cute as can be. I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we here? Here we go. Okay.
The neat
Smile,
thing about
Don.
that lens.
Smile, Don. I like that.
Yeah,
man.
that looks
is
great.
Nice.
And now, most people who make these types of kits make them for iPhone only. I hear that you have Android versions.
We have one for the S4.
Awesome.
We're considering doing one for the S6 as well.
You
we have
are
not done for this.
awesome. Thank you for that.
This is a pre-production
Okay.
sample for the iPhone 6, which we'll have very shortly this month, and then
Okay.
also the 6 Plus.
And are you choosing
that's a
based
dummy
on market
camera.
share for Android users? You know, of the S.
Well,
you said the S5,
yeah,
right?
the problem with Android is there's just so many different models.
Yeah.
But we've concentrated on the iPhone because from what we have seen, most people that are using these for serious photography that would want higher quality lenses for it are using iPhones. Not all, but the highest percentage. We've partnered with Element Case on the new ones.
Okay.
So we've got what we feel is a much heavier duty case that we think the larger phones require. And building in the 1/4-20 sockets in the side required a very heavy duty case. Typically this has a cover on the bottom so all your connections are protected as well. out in the field.
Very
So
cool.
I'm super intuitive. I've noticed that these things are almost modular in
Yes.
nature. So I'm assuming that you buy these separately, you buy this separately.
You can, yes.
And if you're running multiple phones,
You buy it all together.
Well,
Yeah.
few people need all 5 lenses, so we allow them to buy everything a la carte. We do have a trio kit, which comes with the essential pieces of the handle, the top and the bottom, and then tubes for the super wide, the macro, and telephoto.
Okay.
But most people buy them a la carte. I live in New York. I usually, if I'm walking around Manhattan, I have just the wide and super wide. And I've got a very small kit in my pocket. I look like a tourist, and no one thinks I'm doing anything serious.
There you go.
Yeah.
And pricing?
Pricing on the lenses are anywhere from $39 to $99. The cases are $40 to $75, depending on the model.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Don, thank
Like
you
it.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you very
pleasure.
much.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
I'm looking forward to giving those a test
Yeah,
on
I
our
like
phones.
Because we do. I mean, we're doing a lot more
Yes.
mobile videography, and at this point, I mean, all the phones are good enough that you can get away with not just being an apologist for the fact that you're using mobile, but they look great. I think the next frontier, because you've got companies like this making great glass for them, the next frontier is audio.
Indeed.
How do you solve the
Yes.
audio problem?
Exactly.
Con in Dublin just a couple weeks ago. It was all about mobile journalism.
Yeah, it's and to your point, I've got a whole story about being dropped off in a foreign country by a taxi cab with $30,000 worth
Yeah.
of stuff on my back. And right when the taxi drove away, I'm like, I am the stupidest tourist in the world.
Right.
And this
And now
solves
you
that
can
problem.
you can get the job done.
I barely made it here.
Well, we're glad.
We're
you're
glad you
here.
did.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here at NAB Show. Again, we've got a lot more coming, so stay tuned to geekbeat.tv/NAB Show, and definitely chime in on the chat room and use the hashtag
Hash brown in it. And
NAB Show.
I tripped up. Oh, you cut me off. That was terrible.
All right, are we
love this
running like
stuff.
10 minutes behind? Is that my understanding?
Are we running behind?
Because the
Man,
money
I
booth,
love
is that correct, Dave? Dave? Okay, 10 minutes.
Oh, we are
okay.
too. That's why they have us
We'll
up
make
here.
up for it. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you. What do these guys retail? We didn't ask them that. Okay. 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 Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Xylite.
All right, we've got
LED
Xylite
camera
coming
top
up
light.
next.
The new Z.
How are you guys doing in the chat room?
Yeah, I tell you what though, but you could see the
Wait, Pizza Hut.
The
I mean,
flex in
Papa
there as
John's.
I moved the camera, so we saw
Nobody's
a
going to
little
bring
bit of
us
that.
pizza.
Right.
That's not
No.
fair.
This place is impressive for a convention center. The food is pretty darn decent.
I agree. That
Yes.
popped out.
That's good.
Hey. Sorry? Oh, okay. Where? Oh, okay. Check in
Papa?
over there, around the corner. Thank you.
I feel like I want to stand. This would be nice if this was an up desk.
Yeah, it would be. That we could just get up and
Let's
stand.
Howdy.
Are we okay to stand? Yeah, we can?
Can we?
Awesome.
Let's stand.
Fantastic. I like standing just as much.
You okay with standing?
Fantastic.
Just feel more comfortable standing. I mean, I'm young, I'm fit, I'm spry. I like to. You hear the laughter?
Yeah, Dave was going that.
What do we do
Although
with these now?
the chairs don't look good
Yeah.
while we're standing.
Pablo, we gotta
so
move the chairs
maybe
out of the
Pablo
way.
can take those off.
Starting a new thing.
There you go. Hi, Joe. How are you? I'm Callie.
I'm Giovanni.
That's Giovanni. Callie. Nice to meet you.
Joe.
So we, what will happen? Oh. So
I
actually,
just start
when
like
you
grabbing
do the demo,
stuff and.
Nice. You're just
moving
playing
it.
with
It's like-
it. So we're gonna intro to that camera, and you won't be on camera. Don't worry about the cameras. Just
You'll talk to
pay
us.
attention to us. When we introduce you at that point, for the first time, you'll be on camera. And then just have fun. Let's have a conversation. Yes, fun is the most important word here.
Xylite?
Xylite.
Is that
Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. So when we do demos,
Arneo?
okay.
Boy.
Because we're so casual around here.
You got a doozy.
We're just going to.
Giovanni Luigi Gallucci, born on the Mexican border. Giovanni Luigi, boy, they stuck it to me.
Yeah.
Howdy.
When you do the demos, point it maybe at this wall because they can capture that with the cameras.
And if you can, turn it and cross my directly in my eyes as you do it, please.
Okay, so I'm not going to light this one.
Okay.
You're not. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. We won't ask you to live then.
Yes.
Yes, they will.
Your product camera's right there. Yeah.
And it's a PTZ, so they'll be, yeah.
Look at that.
Do
That
the whole
is quite
thing.
handy. I almost broke that because I didn't realize you had barn doors on there. Very nice.
So, there's a lot to do in 15 minutes.
It's 10, so it's even more to do.
No, I can do my demo in 60 seconds.
Okay. Stretch it out a little bit longer than that.
Stretch it a little longer than that, but.
Well, I mean,
seven. So overview, always, we could start at the overview for anybody who doesn't understand the basics, right? Most of the audience understand the basics, but, and then we dive deeper into that stuff. So, so start overview and then delve deeper and do the demos.
Most of the product, not company.
I would say, yeah, and whatever we can point out that kind of differentiates you from, why someone would choose, you over a different product. So let's, obviously the thing that benefits the audience is,
Hey guys, welcome back to NAB Show Live here in Las Vegas.
Nevada. I love Las Vegas, Nevada.
USA.
USA. I love this town. I want to, though. I've already heard several people talk to us about the places to go to get nice photography and kind of be a tourist, and so looking forward to that.
You going to do that?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's Giovanni Gallucci.
Yes, I'm Giovanni, and this is Callie Lewis. I was about to say.
My real name? Yes, I'm confusing everybody with my real name
real
versus
name is Gloria
my.
Petrucci.
Yes.
My real name is John Smith. So simplified it to Giovanni for the stage.
I wonder if Joe here actually has two names. Do you?
And you've got a doozy too.
Okay. From Xylite, welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Good to meet you.
So Xylite, tell us about your company and what you guys have.
So Xylite's been, actually this is our 9th year at the show. We originally started with camera top lights, Z90, which has been a light that we've made for the last 6 or 7 years, wildly popular. We've kind of simplified our Z90 into this new powerhouse, which is called the News Light. We're actually
the what light?
News,
The News Light.
N-E-W-Z.
Okay.
We're actually doing a Twitter contest every day this week called Spread the News.
Nice.
And we're giving one away every day.
So what are the details on the contest? How do people enter? You like how I handed that to you?
I like that. Thank you.
Very nice.
Please
Throw
tell
me
us.
some softballs. So hashtag Spread the News, hashtag Xylite, @Xylite on Twitter, and that'll get you in the contest, and we're going to pick a random winner every day.
Oh, great.
Are we eligible?
Sure.
Sure, you're not going to win, but sure.
Yeah. Sure, go ahead and
Do whatever you want to do.
People have been really excited about this fixture because we've really simplified it down to just a few buttons. It's a tunable white fixture, and here I'll pop off the barn doors.
Oh, nice.
So it's got an articulate built-in arm.
Oh, very nice.
So this goes on the top of your camera, and it can articulate and just basically stay in place. When it's not attached to my hand,
Yes.
it stays in place. It's got power just through a simple D-tap,
Okay.
and it can take 7 to 14 volts in, so you can put it on a DSLR type battery, a smaller NP battery to like an Anton Bauer.
And it's tunable temperature-wise, or how's it tunable?
It's tunable from 3200K to 5600K.
Okay.
Simple dial on the back, and dimmable.
Can we see the back? There we
You
go.
can.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you are.
And what are we looking at with MSRP on these?
MSRP is $429.
Okay.
And it's also IP54 rated, so
Okay.
it can handle a little bit of weather.
Mhm.
And it's built to be very, very durable. It's all aircraft quality aluminum
Okay.
up front, molded plastic in the
Yeah.
front.
It's well
And
made.
you also have an attachment there. There's the
And
barn
the
door
barn
lights,
doors are also
yes.
included in it.
Okay. Very nice. We approve.
We approve.
So, just let you know.
Excellent.
We approve.
Yeah, now everyone saw you gave this to me, so
That's right.
you handed it to me on camera, so
I would be
no
careful with
apologies.
this one.
Yeah, I'm
Very,
about
very
to break
careful.
that. So let's talk about this other light that's a little bit larger.
So
little
another
bit.
announcement that we made today was for our F8, which is it's been wildly successful for us. We launched it last year. We showed it 2 years ago, launched it last
Okay.
year. It's a flat Fresnel. It's the only one of its kind.
What does that mean?
A flat Fresnel, well, Fresnel is usually kind of a coffee can with a sliding light system in it with a Fresnel lens on the front. It's a large volume fixture.
And why
what
is
we
this
wound up
one of a
doing
kind?
was we actually made it, and this is one with handles on it.
Oh,
but
Yeah,
nice.
I like that.
it's a Fresnel that'll actually flatten out, and if I hit the back wall here, you can see that we can get that
Nice.
great Fresnel fall off
Yes.
That looks
I
great.
like
and focusability, and you can see the throw that it'll get. It's I don't want to blind the cameras. but-
Yeah. You'll just blind Giovanni here.
so the F8, so this platform, we've launched quite a number of fixtures this year. We have a blacklight version of this, which is the world's most powerful blacklight. It's 5 times more powerful than a 400-watt metal halide fixture.
Who's using those?
A lot of amusement parks.
Okay.
Kids with
discos.
huge
Yeah.
black
Right.
light pillar
Yeah.
posters of like Jimmy
The ultimate basement party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So blacklight has definitely been something that we've also made these actually in white housings for House of Worship
Okay.
and other event venues that would like a white colored fixture. But we also today launched the 200-watt version of it. This is a 100-watt fixture. The 200-watt version is the exact same width. It's just actively cooled, and it's the equivalent of a 400-watt HMI.
Okay.
So very powerful light, something that a lot of our news customers have been asking for out in the field. They want something that's portable, that's battery operated, and that's sort of what we came out with. And this is it's a DMX fixture. It also has, both of our fixtures have Xilinx wireless built in, which is a patented wireless system, which gives you an ad hoc network without having to set up a hub.
Okay.
So for ENG, run and gun, on location situations, it's proven to be really helpful and very efficient. You can stay at your monitor and dial in individual or banks of lights over 10 channels.
Who is your most common customer for these?
Well, this I have configured right now just with the
Yeah,
handle
I
kit,
see
but it ships with barn doors and a yoke.
Okay.
We have these in studios all over the world. Obviously, news organizations like them for its portability.
Right.
A lot of cinematographers who travel really like them because they actually throw them in their suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's it has all the qualities that you expect from a Fresnel. It's got a shot glass lens on the front of it. So from an artist's perspective, it's exactly what they know, with all the technology that gives you all those advantages. So it's cool to the touch. You're not going to break bulbs or anything like that.
So it's fairly rugged. I mean, obviously, without just being abusive for the sake of being abusive on the gear. I mean, this stuff looks like it's really.
Yeah, I
well
mean
made.
it's aluminum, aircraft aluminum, polycarbonate. This is all high temp silicone, even though it doesn't get hot. And it's ruggedized so that it stiffens up so you can put barn doors on the front of it.
Yeah. What's your lifespan on the silicone? I mean, does that expected to last?
This will outlast. This will probably be. This will outlast us.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that
you know,
works.
this is I mean, this is almost like now they make baking tins out of, or
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
bundt cake
yeah.
pans and stuff like that.
It's
out
the
of this.
heat.
So it can, and there's not really any heat here.
No.
But it's just very durable and very waterproof.
Cool.
And you can see when it folds down, it actually softens up. So if you want to pack it down,
Oh,
it'll
awesome.
actually get softer as it comes down. This all just flattens out. So
Oh,
it's a
that's
very
fantastic.
flat, very flat fixture.
Very nice.
How much does it weigh?
It's about 10 pounds.
10 pounds, okay.
I mean, right now there's a battery on it, so it's a little, but the
Yeah.
actual fixture is, it's.
Okay. And how much?
The 100 watt is 2,400, and the 200 watt is still to be determined, but it'll be about $3,000.
Okay. That's about middle of the road with what you're looking at lights. So I keep on thinking about your contest. Tell us a little bit about what, I don't know why I'm just like the contest. What kind of entries are you getting in on that?
What kind of entries?
Well, yeah, entries. I mean, are people going out and actually trying to, send you imagery of news-related or documentary stuff, or is it?
I mean, we're
a guy
kinda
with his
asking-
coffee, trying to get a free light?
Literally just tweeting it out.
Okay.
And so if you go to hashtag spread the news.
Hashtag spread the
NEWZ.
Okay. I need you to smile.
All right,
for
well,
me.
we've lost Giovanni.
Get in the contest.
So he's going to do that. And
Okay, I'm gonna be
Joe,
tagging
where
in a
can we find out more information about the lights? What's the website?
Website's zylight.com, ZYLIGHT.com. And we're over in Central Hall at 8043.
8043.
8043.
You heard it here.
Thank you so much
All right,
for
thank you,
taking the
guys.
time out to show us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and you guys, thank you for joining us, as always, throughout the entire week.
The entire week, and we've got.
Are your feet hurting yet?
No, I've been sitting down all day.
Okay.
Yes. So no, they're not.
Leave us comments, chime in with the hashtag NAB Show, and we will be sending your comments and your pictures and all of that up on our tag board.
And yeah, check out the tag board at geekbeat.tv/tagboard.
Awesome.
Did it
Thank
slash?
you.
Is that right?
Yeah, slash.
Okay. Hash browns.
We'll be right back with more awesomeness here from NAB Show. Hi, Carter.
I'm entering a contest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was great.
It was.
Yes. Yes.
You did all the
fantastic.
talking. It was awesome. There you go.
Yeah.
See,
Hey.
thank you.
Are you actually entering?
Yes, I'm
You're
entering.
entering. You're obsessed with this contest now.
I'm hash browning that thing.
You're hash browning it.
Spread the news.
Nice.
I don't want that. I'm like standing. I didn't get this body by sitting down all the time. Look at that.
Yay! House of Blood. Oh wait, no, not House of Blood. Wrong color. Sorry. Okay. Updating my sheets. Sorry.
That's them right there. Oh, they were just coming before the break. Okay.
What? Carter, can you confirm, do we not have House of Blood? House of Blood? Okay.
It just got deleted off the
Okay.
it just got deleted off the spreadsheet.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Got it. Okay. It's just our sheet was like, okay, so it's, do you want to talk about that? Just brown color. Okay. So you
Right.
don't want to mention that at all?
No.
Okay. This is Michael, yes.
Okay. Okay, we got
I have
room
no
to
idea
move.
what this is, but I like
Wow. Do not even tell us a thing.
Do not tell us
Don't
anything
tell
till we
us
get
about
going.
it.
Okay,
Hang
you're
on,
gonna
I've got
guess?
I've got a
But
hashtag.
what?
Hang
You're gonna
on.
guess?
No. Well, we may.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
We should start doing that, yes.
Thinking of uses for it, or
We
before you
are,
wanna use it
Jason,
on.
we are monitoring the chat room. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask. So, and it is the chat room that you are in. Monty, Rob, Paul, Jason. Where's Digital Phil? I haven't seen him in a while.
Wait a minute. Do you think the
Is he actually
hashtag is
working?
spread the news with a Z or an S? Is it a Z?
Oh,
Phew.
good question.
NAB Show.
And then you guys are also joining us for the panel.
The panel,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
Where is that?
Here.
Right here.
Ah,
You're in the
that's
right place.
easy.
So, were you told? So you're here, and then we'll take a break, and then get set up for the panel.
Sounds
And
good.
so if you just stick around.
Yeah. Everyone,
Perfect.
everyone look at this handsome piece of meat in front of us. Very good.
Awesome.
You're good people, Scott.
Oh wait. So the website is Hasselblad Braun.
Hasselblad Braun.
Okay.
You were just been taken for a loop here.
I know.
on this.
You should have seen Steve from Showstoppers yesterday when he found out my real name, and then he was like, "What? Wait."
Yeah.
He was having a real
Yeah.
hard time with it. It was hilarious.
You got 3 people editing.
I'm
the
not
same
hearing
one.
you.
Yeah,
They may
I'm
have
not
you
hearing
muted,
me.
but I'm not hearing
Do we
you.
need to? Have we?
They should not be hearing
We're all
you at
plugged
all.
in.
You shouldn't be
Okay.
hearing him right now at all.
We're tethered.
But I
Alright.
should be hearing you because I'm privileged that way.
Good.
Hey, control room, Carter?
She's listening to somebody else now too.
No, I'm listening to you. I'm just not hearing you in my ear because you're too far away for me to actually hear you here. Unless you yell. Can you yell? Carter? Carter? Oh, okay. I'm being yelled at for trying to get their attention
Yeah.
now.
Simmer down.
Simmer down.
Simmer down now.
So when we intro the show, when we go live, we'll talk to the camera, and then when we introduce you, that's when you'll be live. So
With y'all.
the camera won't be on you until that point.
And we're looking at each other the whole time.
Is it Michael and
Michael,
Dan, or the
Dan.
other way?
Michael,
Dan.
Dan.
Okay. Do we have 2 things? So that's
Yes,
the
it's
other
a-
thing?
It's combines together to make one system.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll be switching out gear or bringing that up at some point during the interview, correct?
And gets put together really quickly. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
There you are. Hello.
Still not. Keep talking.
So this is the primary body
Still
unit.
not
This is
in
where
my
the
ear.
light comes
I
out
cannot
of.
hear him.
Oh, here he comes. Here, hold on. Keep talking. What'd you have for breakfast?
What did I have? Yogurt? Some yogurt?
Yeah.
Some granola.
Gravy people are healthy.
Everyone has yogurt.
Does no one eat sausage?
Did
and
you have
stacks of
yogurt,
pancakes
Michael?
anymore?
I had sausage and bacon.
There you
There-
go.
just
Now we're
Piles of
talking.
sausage and bacon.
Thank you. I'm worried about the pancake maker.
What?
So I
I'm
think,
worried about the whole pancake industry.
Are you?
Yes.
I had pancakes the other day.
Thank goodness.
Probably
man.
shouldn't have, but
I think
I
I'm gonna leave
did.
this on the para. Just
Yeah, just move it on.
I was wanting pancakes.
on here because I've got to.
I'm just worried about the
Have to go
industry,
in from
man.
the
Yeah, we're ready.
So
We
this
were
will
just
go
needing.
Our
Uh,
sound levels okay?
Dan, can you talk a little bit more?
I sure can. How's your
Okay.
day going? How's your
Perfect.
NAB?
Oh,
Dan,
yeah.
you're fine.
I was just. I wasn't hearing him earlier, so.
You guys been
No,
standing
no,
here all
you're
day.
good.
No,
I got him now.
about an hour. We very
Okay,
light
you guys
workload.
ready?
Very light workload.
Yes.
All
We're
right.
prima donnas. All right. The standing up is an issue because I actually right then started dancing a little bit.
Oh,
and I stopped
he
myself.
started dancing. Come
I
on,
stopped.
do
no,
it.
my
Come
toes were
on.
wiggling.
Come on, Giovanni.
And then I got embarrassed and I
Yeah?
stopped. No, stop it, stop it, stop it.
That's
Ew.
Giovanni.
Hi, this is Callie Lewis.
And welcome to NAB Show Live 2015, where we dance,
No,
or at
no,
least we
we
try and get our host to dance, and maybe
We are-
our guest will.
We're having a good time, and we're close to the end of the day today. We've got
We are.
one more guest and one more panel going on today. And I'm excited about what our next guest has brought. I don't even know, I have no clue what it is.
I don't either.
But holy cow, it looks cool.
We have Broncolor, Michael and Dan joining us. And first of all, before we get to the torture device, because I don't know what that looks like other than
Someone's about to get hurt.
You guys enjoying an NAB show?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely great, yeah.
Good. Will you dance for us?
Ooh. We'll see how this goes.
We're looking out here to our marketing team. Should we dance now?
Yeah, the marketing team says no.
Are they doing okay
They've
so
seen
far?
me dance.
All right, what do you have at Broncolor for us?
Okay, today at NAB, we unveiled a new product.
Oh wait, I think we were supposed to do charades.
Charades?
Were we
Charades?
supposed to? Like, sounds like.
No, we're not going to do charades.
No?
We're-
Okay.
No dancing, no
Okay.
charades.
Okay, I thought I'd try.
So today at NAB, we launched a new product, a new lamp head, new HMI lamp head. This is an extension of the 1.6K, the 1600 watt HMI lamp head that Broncolor has had on the market since Photokina last September. This new lamp head allows us to use it inside of a parabolic umbrella in a very efficient way, in a very elegant way. So we have this 1.6K lamp head, which is called the Broncolor FT system, or the Broncolor FT 1600, which consists of a focusing rod, a lamp head, and an ignition component that ignites the gas in the circuit. There's also a counter reflector for once we put it into the parabolic umbrella, which we have over here.
Okay.
Can we get in on that?
Yeah, so the parabolic umbrella being something that Broncolor really has pioneered a little decade of experience in this, and then 50 years before that in lighting. So we've kind of earned our bones doing it, and it's a design that we've carried over.
Whoa!
But it's also one of the easiest assembling light modifiers on the market. You snap together.
Nice. No rods.
Look at that. No rods to lose. Well, you can. I
Well,
can
there
still
are rods
poke that
in there,
my eye.
but
though.
yes, you could.
It's pretty
That looks
difficult to
fancy.
break this modifier, so it's so simple to set up, and you saw it. It's 5 seconds to set this up.
Yeah.
And it comes in 4 different sizes: an 88 centimeter, a 133 centimeter,
Wow.
a 177 centimeter, and a 222 centimeter. So we go from a compact 3-foot size to about an 8-foot size. It's
And
quite
how
a
does-
range
That's
of
amazing.
sizes.
How does it attach to the lamp? Let's see. Can you
Super
set that
simple
up?
process, one-man operation that's been in the heart of the para. You have a stand mount that talks to any combo stand, a junior pin on it. Line it up, lock it in, and then imagine me as the human light stand.
Okay. Our
I'd like to think of
imaginations-
myself as
yes.
a wind-up first.
Watch out on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Michael's going to
Coming
just lock
through.
into that tube.
Got
And
it.
then we're going to swap
I've
sides
had
here.
light stands that were a little bit more stable. I've got to be honest with you.
And then we just attach the igniter unit on the back here.
Wow. They have this down, don't they?
This is the first light stand you've ever seen with student loans, no
Wow.
less.
Can we plug this in? Do we have the?
While it is
No?
a 1600, which means you
Okay.
can plug
It
it
would.
into any 20 amp circuit, it's household safe. Engineered for, you can get the ballast in 120 or 220, a flicker free 1600 watt ballast up to 2000 frames per second. I guess we don't have the line run up here.
Okay, that's fine.
No worries.
I didn't know if we'd
and so
run
as you
it.
see on the back, you still have that igniter unit. This talks to just a standard swivel, and on the front, you spot flood the light. I don't know.
Oh,
Michael's
wow,
probably
okay.
how much can we see
Yeah.
here?
There we go. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, they got it.
And the counter, you want to flood it
Yeah.
for a second? And the counter reflector pops into the.
And what that counter reflector is doing is just blocking the direct light from the point end of the globe. So everything that you have is going
softer.
through the parabola. Yep.
Okay.
So as you pull it back, it's a little bit more a smaller source, a little bit harder to light. And then as you go forward on it, it's a little bit more flooded, and it retains its quality. It still has tooth and definition to the light, but it wraps around you in a way that no other light modifier on the market does.
Yeah. Another way to think about it, because it is a true parabolic reflector, when it's focused, the light is really coming out parallel to the reflector. So you're getting the light spread that's just coming out, and the light throw is extremely far, extremely focused, but not too hard.
Okay.
And then when it's defocused, oops.
All good. All good.
When it's
And welcome to
defocused-
live.
when it's defocused, the light only touches the very edge, the very perimeter of the umbrella.
Okay.
So you have about 5 centimeters, 2-3 inches here where the light is touching, which makes it into a giant ring flash. So the effect is that of a giant ring flash, but what it means is that you have a light source now where you can have a single light source where you might have had to use 4 or 5 4K pars with a bunch of diffusion to get the same effect to try to wrap around a subject and create a really smooth transition from shadow to highlight and make a 3-dimensional scene. You can do that with one light here that you can set up in what you saw 5 seconds.
Is there a movie or a style of either cinema or photography that you could point to that would give us an idea to visualize what kind of light this is going to cast and what this might look like? Because I know it's new on the market, but the
parabola, the umbrella design, and this is a parabolic reflector to say, it really finds its home in high fashion and high commercial, beauty looks, where you're going to see in your cosmetics and your high fashion, and that's where that wrap of light really, really does win, and the controllability and having, how much fall off do I have, how much wrap do I have in a single light fixture, and it's as hard or easy as doing this. Super versatile on that. And right now we're showing it with the 1600 watt HMI. The modifiers themselves are rated for 2K tungsten and a 2K single-ended globe, which means we can also support smaller wattages and a wide range of fixtures in the same system in and of itself.
Okay. That's awesome. So it was just released now. So is it available now? Is it available in a month?
It'll be available in June.
June. Okay. And pricing?
Pricing, the components are priced separately. The umbrella and the lamp head complete for the 1600 watt HMI comes in just under $10,000.
Okay.
In the human light stand, how much is that?
You'll have to talk to him about that.
My agent, actually, you'll have to. We'll work it out.
All right. All right. You're going to have a better handle on the ignition system.
Yeah, well,
prototype.
Prototype.
I'm a prototype.
I should have let the specialist to catch that.
Well, Bron Color, and it is hasselbladbron.com.
Hasselbladbron.com. Yep.
Awesome.
Hashtag Bron Color. Yep.
Fantastic.
Thank you
That is
very
an
much.
exciting demo that we just got there to end out, not the day, but the interview session. So thank you guys for your time. Enjoy NAB Show. We have a panel coming up where actually they're going to be a part of that panel. So they're going to stick around. And we have other people joining us to wrap out the day.
I'm going to go plug that light in and take a selfie.
I'm still looking for that all-you-can-eat buffet that somebody said earlier. So
we'll go to that.
Okay. You guys stick around. Thank you so much. We will be back shortly and all week long. Geekbeat.tv/NAB Show.